This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC Vegas 38 recap. Kevin Holland stops a carjack and gets headbutted. Oliveira versus Poirier, Fury versus Wilder, 3-fight week. Lots of stuff to talk about tonight on the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the show, the Monday show. Ariel's clack-a-lacking in the background over there. This is the MMA-Holes Hour. And we're hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
An event happened Saturday night. It was good. Then it got a little weird. We'll talk about that. Santos versus Walker. It is Fury versus Wilder fight week, and they've had a lot to say back and forth to each other. Very much looking forward to that. If you're not a boxing fan, I urge you to get interested in this. Heavyweight boxing. Two big personalities. Fantastic matchup between these two. They've done it twice before. Controversial first fight. I guess I don't think you could say controversial second fight. He got knocked the Fook out, but, you know, Deontay Wilder was running around saying he cheated and blah, blah, blah. So it adds to the storyline. Deontay Wilder, one of the hardest hitting guys in the freaking sport. The guy is very scary. Tyson Fury is a fantastic boxer. It's a very nice matchup. We'll be reacting to that this weekend, and we have UFC as well. But we have to go backwards first and talk about what happened Saturday night. Now, Ellie, how are you tonight?
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing, Jesse?
Wonderful, wonderful, Moss. How are you?
I'm wonderful, wonderful as well. All right, Jess. A lot of stuff happened on Saturday. Kevin Holland, who... oh, you didn't even see it, right? You didn't see any of that stuff. So it's probably... Well, I could get your opinion on it. I can't get your opinion. You didn't see shit. All right. We'll get your opinion on the upcoming stuff. Let's talk about the... Let's start off with Santos versus Walker, okay? I'll show you the stats, Jesse, and we can get your opinion from there. Another dud. It's not like the UFC has been really putting a lot of duds out there, so I can't really complain too much. You know, I did expect a lot. I think the UFC expected when they threw Santos versus Johnny Walker. I think everyone and their mother thought this is gonna be a barn-burning extravaganza. It's gonna be fantastic, right? I mean, just those two names alone, you were pretty fired up, right? That's a pretty good matchup.
Yes.
All right. Well, it was very underwhelming. Went 5 rounds.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's 5 rounds of complete trash. Way too much respect, and maybe these guys are buddies. They're both Brazilian, whatever. I don't know what it is, but a lot of respect between the two. The leg kicks were pretty vicious. I'll give them that. You know, some nasty leg kicks back and forth. But check this out.
Looks like Santos took more damage than Walker.
Yeah, well, that's deceiving. Head strikes. 9 head strikes for Thiago Santos. He inflicted those on Walker, and Walker returned the favor with 7.
Okay.
5 rounds.
Well, it looks like the strikes were made up everywhere else, though.
Yeah, they kicked. A lot of kicks. It was like watching the Rockettes. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's like Christmas time. It was very festive. It was a terrible fight. Terrible, terrible fight. If I want to watch the Rockettes, I would put my COVID mask on and go to
the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, I do that and Broadway or whatever the hell the Rockettes are. I don't know. Anyway, the glove touch.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I updated my Patreon membership. Give me my wrench. Also RIP Justin Thornton. BKFC has claimed its first dead body.
Yeah, we will talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second. The glove touch, that patron, thank you for upgrading.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
for the
wrench on the
second channel, not the MMA Holes, the exclusive, not the MMA Holes wrench. So I appreciate that. And when we get back on Not the MMA Holes, you will have a shiny wrench over there. Thank you. BKFC has claimed its first dead body. Okay. This is one of the stories that, like, when I woke up today, it was the first thing that slammed into my eyeballs, and I was like, whoa. We're going to sidetrack real quick, and we'll talk about it. I mean, I think this is a topic that people might be interested in, and it's a terrible story. Justin Thornton fought at Bare Knuckle 20. Mm-hmm. We actually reacted to it. I should clip I mean, that's kind of scary. I don't know if I should clip our reaction. But he got cracked, dropped, face planted, and because of that, the guy's dead.
Is he actually dead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I miss this fight?
I don't know if you were in attendance for that reaction. Bare Knuckle 20 was the last Bare Knuckle, I think it was. We did a fight reaction to it. Yeah. I got to go back and watch. It's going to be, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't say anything. I probably did say something terrible. But yeah,
so
he got...
the damage that he incurred during the fight caused him to die?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh
bad.
my God.
Here's where it's really bad. Now, I don't think, even watching the replay and stuff like that, right? Bare Knuckle, yes, it's more vicious to watch, right? I think the problem with that fight, though, was the matchmaking. And let me pull this up.
Wait, but did he have anything underlying before this fight happened? Like,
yeah, a shitty record.
No.
Like,
I'm talking about with his health.
No, it was completely mismatched. Like, terribly mismatched. A guy that was like 11-1 fought, and hold on, I'll show you. Let me see. Let me pull him up here.
So did they say that it was due to damage that happened during the fight, or are they just saying that he died after the fight?
No, it's because of the damage from the fight. Yeah, no, this is pretty messed up. He's 6-18. He's also what, 30? He's like almost 40 years old, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it doesn't say it here, but I think he's like 38 years of age. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Okay.
All right, and he lost here to Dylan Kleckler, excuse me, who is 11-1.
Okay, so you're saying that they gave him a layup. They gave Kleckler a layup.
Yes.
And because
who actually
of
fought him
that,
before, by the way, in 2013. He fought him before. I'm not sure if it was a knockout. It doesn't say here, but yeah, in 2013, this is actually a rematch. But yeah, I mean, it was in Mississippi. You know, Mississippi will let anything fight. You know,
right.
Like they'll I don't know. They'll say if you can't get the fight done in Florida, Mississippi got you.
So
you know?
People should be lobbying for more even fights then, instead of these crazy like layups, right? Like, shouldn't that be the conversation?
It's a problem. It's a problem. Listen, these to be having so many events, you're gonna have these matchups, right? If you're not the UFC and you want to have consistent events, there are going to be people on there that definitely shouldn't be fighting, right?
But then give them another person who shouldn't be fighting
put
as
another
well.
person. I mean, listen.
Like, don't put him up against an 11-1 fighter.
I mean, I could make this argument. I love Felony to death. I love the guy to death.
Felony could get hurt.
But if you look at the guy on his losing streak, he's 41 years of age, fighting guys bigger than him, and like constantly bigger than him, and younger, and more closer to their prime. Not like they're in their prime, but closer to their prime. It's fucking scary. Now, I'm not here to just shit on Bare Knuckle, and I wasn't going to do this whole show about that. But it is something to talk about. I do like Bare Knuckle a lot. I enjoy their product, but this is a big step back, and it's a terrible look on the commission. Like, how do you sanction this? So maybe it's not completely Bare Knuckle's fault. They put the fight together. It got sanctioned. So maybe you have to put your attention towards Mississippi.
I think there's more than one responsible party here. You can't blame just one party.
Well, here's the thing. This happens a lot. A lot. like
This has got to be the first time it's happened in bare knuckle.
No, I'm
though.
saying not people dying. I'm saying severe mismatches are happening tremendously.
Yeah, so that should be the conversation. When is enough with these lopsided matchups? Because it puts fighters at risk. It puts their health and their life at risk.
Yeah, it's let me show you the actual finish. Let me see if I could put it up here. It's messed up. Like I said, I like bare knuckle a lot. I'm a fan of their product. It's just you don't want to see people dying. Like, when do you see this happen in the UFC?
Yeah.
There's mismatches. Knock on wood.
But
You don't
within
see
reason.
people, you see people. Actually, think about this. Kevin Holland gets headbutted. I don't know. Did you get to see the headbutt? No,
I haven't seen anything.
So Kevin Holland was fighting this weekend, right? The fucking, what the fuck's that guy's name? Daukaus, Kyle Daukaus. His brother's fighting Derek Lewis. Kyle Daukaus, right? They collide. Kevin comes over with a hook. He kind of like ducks in, and Daukaus headbutts him, and Kevin Holland face plants into the mat, eyes rolled back in the air, face plants in the mat. It looked like the mat woke him back up, and he continued to fight. Okay, and as he continued to fight, he defended a submission. You know, he was actually doing pretty good, and then wound up getting submitted against the fence, getting choked out. Right, the commission steps in. They look at the tape and like, whoa, hold on, this is a no contest. It should have been stopped at the headbutt, but Miragliotta kept it going.
Okay.
Okay, so you got that story?
Right.
All right. So if you think about that, I mean, that could have been a potentially very dangerous situation as well, you know? A guy continues to fight after...
But is that on the responsibility of the ref?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this goes to show, like, and like you said, this has happened before where fighters, you know, where it's a lopsided fight. In that particular situation, the responsibility is on the ref, but you have to think with this situation with bare knuckle, the responsibility is on a lot of people. It's the people who made the matchup. It's the people who sanctioned it. It's the people who got inside the freaking cage in the first place, knowing full well like that he was up against someone who stood no chance.
Yeah, but these fighters, it should never be left up to the fighters are looking to provide for their families.
It's the freaking owner of the organization who allows.
So you're blaming Feldman?
I'm blaming everybody. Yes, Feldman is equally responsible for this, 100%.
Yeah, one thing I do notice, like Dana White, if there's a match, if there's a fight put together, sometimes he questions, like he says, like I'm like asking these guys,
and
what
rightfully
are they thinking?
so, because
you know?
he's covering
but they
his
still
ass
do it.
and he's protecting the fighters.
But they still do it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
within reason though. I've seen a
Not
lot
like
of
this.
lopsided fights in the UFC. I have, but I don't think I've ever seen one where you're putting like an undefeated fighter who's arguably an incredible fighter up against someone who can't fight at all. I can't say we've ever seen something like that.
The problem is the UFC has access to many fighters, so they can pull even though there's lopsided fights, they can still pull it together where it's within reason. Whereas in the regional scene, smaller promotions, bare knuckle, whatever, you know, they don't have that luxury. If someone falls out of a fight or whatever, they have to scrounge around and find anyone that's willing to take the fight, just to preserve their card.
Yeah.
At what cost? A guy died. So I'm curious as to how this thing goes down. I mean, the commission is to blame. There's no doubt about it. Number one person to blame, oh, not people to blame, is the commission. How does Mississippi sanction something like this is beyond me, but we see it more than we should, okay? And then the next would be bare knuckle, of course. What people are going to do is they're going to light bare knuckle on fire. I'm seeing it already. People are going to go out there with their fucking pitchforks and their torches, and they're going to fucking burn down houses, and they're going to say, see, I told you, this is a barbaric sport. This is a travesty. This is that. Yeah, it's terrible. But at the same time, I don't quite think that bare knuckle is the reason for this to happen. I think it's terrible matchmaking. That's what I'm going to say here. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay? Which, then again, you can blame bare knuckle as well.
100%.
But I don't think it's the actual, hey, let's get rid of bare knuckle boxing because of the actual no gloves. I think it's something else. And that's where we have to...
I think it has to do with putting a fighter who can't fight up against a fighter who is an incredible fighter. Like, I think it has to do with skill. you're mismatching skill. You're mismatching. And were they a different weight? Are they different? Were they different sizes or what?
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Thornton is a lighter guy too.
Okay, so you're putting smaller against bigger, and some people would argue that size doesn't matter, but it does.
I got to go back and watch the reaction. So Klecker, Klecker was actually older. He's 39, right? He's 6'3", Thornton 38, 6'1". You just look at the record, though. I mean, it's lopsided in record there. You know, this guy is on a massive losing streak. You know, but like I said, look what happened with Felony. Gamebred threw Felony in there, and the dude apparently hit an illegal knee hit him, you know, in that fight. And I don't know, but their logic is this. I bet they're saying, well, hey, Klecker was older. You know, he's an older guy. You know, but if you look at Klecker's record,
but Klecker isn't what, a year older?
Yeah. So, but that's going to probably be their defense. Well, what do you mean? He was older, you know?
No way. There is no defense here. They completely mismatched this fight, and there are people who should be held responsible for why someone died because of it.
6-18. 6-18. Like that's kind of wild. At least if you look at Felony's career, I mean, yes, he hasn't won in a while, but he's got a ton of wins under his record. This guy's got 6 and 18 losses. So I mean, you look at the ratio there, you're like, well, hold on a second. You know, this guy really doesn't have. I mean, look at this. This poor guy, man. And all this guy's doing is just trying to provide.
That's completely unacceptable.
You know? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Anyway, I didn't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but we're here now. Thank you, Glove Touch, for nothing.
Wonderful.
We'll get to the chat in a second. I'm curious your opinion as well.
Sylvester Stallone will avenge him.
Okay, Sylvester Stallone. Thank you, Chubbity Bobbity. Yes, we will get into the chat as well. But we're going to pull up some of these donations. Donations take precedence because it keeps us alive here and flowing on the interwebs. Thank you guys for the donos.
Super chat.
Alexis Gonzalez.
Felony versus Holland would be the most entertaining fight ever.
Felony versus Holland? What?
What's he doing?
The heck? What the heck are you talking? Okay.
Wonderful.
The Glove Touch coming back in.
Bro, when you rewatch the fucking fight, the dude lands on his head and he's out fucking cold and none of the doctors gave a fuck. Watch the doctors coming in and watch how long it fucking takes until someone approaches the guy.
Yes.
That's fucking disgusting.
Apparently, he didn't move. Now, I'm trying to jog my memory. I got to go back. Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
How long did it take for the doctors to come in? That could have been a huge factor, too.
If I'm not mistaken, was this the fight where the cameras pulled away, the guy wasn't even moving? Was this the fight where he wasn't moving? I think it was. Hold on. Let me go back to our fight buddies now. I got to go back to the videotape here. Let's go back. I'm curious of our reaction now. I hope it's not too cringy. I should have checked this out beforehand. Let's see. Where is it? Bare Knuckle 20. 21. Oh, it was 2 events ago. I correct myself there. 2 events ago. Bare Knuckle 21. Here it is. It was Bedford versus Barnett. Okay. All right. In the fight.
This is crazy. I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's messed up. Actually, you know what? We were reacting to Bellator at the same time, so I don't know if we caught that fight. We might not have caught it live. Oh, shit. Yeah, we might not have caught it live. Yeah, that was the fight. Caleb Harris is on that card. So we actually might have missed that. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Hold on a second.
Don't fool them, Moss.
Yeah, we might have missed it. Whoa, that's me yelling. Anyway, I'll go back. I'll go back and check.
Wonderful.
Chubbs.
It's nobody's fault that this guy died. He got in the ring. He wasn't forced in there and he knew who he was fighting. Nobody intended to kill him. It was a tragic accident and there is no one to blame in a group of consensual adults.
See, I can't blame any fighter for getting in that ring, cage, whatever, and compete, because a lot of these guys and gals, it's all they know, right? It's it. Like Felony, for instance, that's all he knows. Like, if you take fighting away from him, how else is? I mean, he can't just throw himself into the working world. He's not programmed like that. The man is a pure fighter. Maybe this guy's the same. Maybe this is all the guy can do for himself. He wasn't very successful. Wow. He wasn't very. Yeah, that ghost is pretty scary. I know. Wasn't very successful. You know, his pro career. But maybe that's all that actually worked out for him. You know, getting paid that way. I don't know. I can't blame the fighter. Can you blame the fighter? I mean,
listen. I do think there are people at fault. I disagree with you completely, Chubbs. Listen, I understand where you're coming from, and I know that you're saying nobody's to blame. He got in there on his own and blah, blah, blah. But there are people who are put in place with these types of organizations to ensure the safety of the fighters. And that didn't happen. There's a reason this guy did not live.
That's like saying it's not the drug addict's fault, it's the dealer's fault.
So yes, there are people who are responsible for this.
I mean, it's the drug addict. It's the drug addict's fault, right? It's not the dealer's fault. I mean, it's everyone's fault. Yeah, but at the same time, this is all he knows. This is all he fucking knows. This guy, Justin Thornton. He's 6-18. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? He doesn't know how to shave his chest. That's for sure. But no, it's a sad story. If you're just jumping in, Justin Thornton. He passed earlier today. We found out about this, and it's a sad story, and I'm curious to see what the hell is going to come out of this. I mean, I don't think bare knuckles is going to get shut down. I think the commission, I think that's a problem. I think Mississippi's got to take a look and say, okay, this can't be happening.
Yeah, I mean, every state should be looking at that. Like,
yeah,
it's not just Mississippi because they sanctioned it, but. Jesus, this has to be nationwide.
Florida's like, their commission's like, whew, thank God it wasn't us. That's what Florida's saying. Florida will let fucking donkeys fight fucking elephants. Like they don't give a shit over there. Let's see what the chat says about this. I'm curious your thoughts.
Rest in peace to Thornton says Alex G. Recon says 618. What an awful record. Sean Hart says raise one for this man. Drunk Savage says 618. Why give this guy a fight? Well, it's not even why give this guy a fight. Let's be real. They should have matched him up with someone with an equivalent position in their career. They should not have matched him up against an 11-1 fighter. That is ridiculous. Matt W says, imagine Askren died from the knee. Joe B says lawsuit. I mean, his family's probably going berserk right now. Yeah, if you watch the knockout, it's pretty messed up, man. He did go face first into the mat. His body went limp. It was scary. Yeah, it's a scary replay to watch. You never want to see anything like that happen in combat sports. So, it's not good. What else we got in that chat? Jonathan Wilberding says, have you seen some of the boxers that will have like 15 wins, 100 losses? Roberto says another example of how punches to the head are more dangerous than MMA. Trent says they need to fire Bruce Buffer for this.
Off with Bruce's head. Off with his head. All right, we got to move on from this. But yeah, rest in peace, Justin. Let's get this donation in.
He passed a physical and he had 24 professional fights where he didn't die, so you're saying just because of his record he couldn't protect himself? Come on, JBM, it was an accident.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are people who are put in place to make fair matchups regardless of his record. What I was saying before about putting him against an 11-1 fighter, I think that's absolutely ridiculous, yes. But it has nothing to do with just the record. There are people who are put in place to assess these fighters and to assess what they're capable of handling, to put them up against an opponent that's fair.
Yeah,
and this was not one of those cases.
Matchmaking is like one of the toughest jobs in the business. We've seen some guys in the regional scene trying to pull things together. Machi's one of them, and it's not easy. Guys are falling out. Some people are too scared. Like fight day, people get scared and they don't want to fight. Like it's what some of the stories are insane. So they're pulling people in left and right. I don't know if Thornton came in last minute. They did fight once before. I think Thornton got finished the first time, too, in 2013. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think that's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they thought, hey, these guys fought before. Let's run it back. I don't know, but it's a terrible look. Terrible look. So I'm curious to see how this unfolds, and I really do feel for the family, because that's not a good way to go. Anyway, all right. Thank you, Glove Touch, for ruining the whole show. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, we were going to touch on it regardless. All right, so we were talking before that. I mean, now we discussed the situation with Holland, Kevin Holland. He wants them to run this back. And then afterwards, Holland decides that today, actually, this morning, he's stopping a carjacking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. Do you have the story, Jess?
Yeah, you're going to have to give me a second.
All right, we got to pull that thing up. Yeah, Kevin Holland stops a carjacking. There's the picture in the middle of the thumbnail right there where he's necktying the young man. So the bizarre co-main event. Headbutt, gets choked out. Then they say, nope, no contest. I think it's the right call, the no contest. It just sucks that it just really sucks that that Mergliata couldn't just step in there in the first place, assess the situation, and let him continue. I mean, it could have been the same outcome. It's very possible, but
all right.
It's a bummer.
So, according to Nolan King of MMA Junkie, UFC middleweight Kevin Holland apprehends alleged thief after pursuit on car and foot. When Coach Shug Dorsey strolled out of his house in Saginaw, Texas, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Why is this all happening in Texas, by the way? Derek Lewis, Kevin Holland. What's going on here in Texas?
With his cup of Morning Joe to head to the gym, he heard tires screeching in the distance. That's when he got an unexpected phone call from one of his fighters, UFC middleweight Kevin Holland, who sounded out of breath. He said, "Coach, are you up?" Dorsey replied, "Yeah, I'm up. What's going on?" Holland said, "I'm chasing a bad guy, and I'm right near your house. Yeah, somebody just stole a car, and I'm following them." Dorsey pulled the phone away for a second and listened to the environment around him. Tires were still screeching in the distance. Dorsey told MMA Junkie approximately 1 hour after the incident occurred on Monday, he said, "I could hear the cars turning corners. I asked him what streets he was on. He started telling me the streets. We joked that he was like a real cop with us coordinating while he's driving." With some follow-up questioning from his coach, Holland explained the situation while pulling into a local gas station. Holland found himself driving into the midst of a panic while people screamed that a car was being stolen. Eyes locked on the target, Holland's pursuit began. After a few exchanges and coordinate discussions, Dorsey restarted the short walk to his car that he had unexpectedly detoured. As he climbed in the car, a crash was audible on the other end of the call, and then silence. Dorsey whipped down to where Holland had last relayed he was, and sure enough, found the UFC middleweight contender on top of the alleged car thief and recorded what he saw on his Instagram stories. A lot was made about Holland's ground game ahead of UFC Fight Night 193 about this past Saturday.
Dude, I love this guy. I love Kevin Holland, man. I want him on the show so fucking bad. Yeah, he's on his skid. His wrestling sucks, but he's hilarious, this guy.
While his fight versus Daukaus was stopped short before a national audience could get a sample size of his wrestling abilities, Holland had no issue taking down the alleged thief. He told Dorsey the man did not put up much of a struggle thereafter. He said he's running the guy down and trips him. He wrapped him up and held him until the cops got there.
And the best part was the guy's car that he was trying to steal. The guy, as Holland was holding him there.
I'm wearing pants, I promise.
The guy was trying to soccer kick the guy. And Holland's like, "Bro, you're going to have a problem if you fucking soccer kick this guy." So it's actually pretty funny. So Kevin Holland goes from headbutt, choked out, no contest, hero. Like, it's a bizarre sequence of events for Kevin Holland. But I'm sure before the year is up, he will be back in the octagon doing it again. Something tells me. I don't think it's going to be Daukaus, since Daukaus is looking to go on vacation, and he's going to be helping his brother out against Derek Lewis. I'd rather see him run it back with Daukaus, but that's not going to happen. Big Mouth will be fighting someone else. He says throw him a wrestler. Dude's hilarious, man. The guy's against the cage. He's yelling to DC. How's that? You know, like he's talking to DC again, just having a grand old time in that cage, man. It's just funny. Maybe some people think it's, I don't know, unprofessional, but I find it amusing. Hopefully he can get a little bit better with his takedown defense, or he stopped a couple of submission attempts, even after the headbutt. I mean, you know, that's, I guess, if you want to take that as a moral victory, I don't know. But, yeah, so that's the case with Kevin Holland. We spoke briefly about this main event over here. If you're just jumping in, hit the fucking like button. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Hit that like button. And a big thank you to our sponsors over here, Mystic Roots, CBD.com, 20% off, promo code MMA-HOLES. That's right, 20% off the best CBD in the world, mysticrootscbd.com. Also, we want to give a shout out to Head Rush. We made an announcement today on social media. XMMA will be live on our channel October 23rd. Hey, yeah. If you want 20% off, Head Rush. Use promo code MMA-HOLES. Loving the Head Rush swagalicious stuff. You know what? I'm going to segue. Real quick. I'm going to show you this video. Let me show you this video up in this bitch. XMMA, the third installment of XMMA, will be on our channel. This is wonderful, wonderful. Here, what am I doing here? Let's go like this. All right. Let's go like this. All right. Let's get a little bigger on this thing. Come on. What are we doing here? So we can't jip you. And I can't play the sound, unfortunately. It's got great audio, but it's copyright stuff. So there it is, XMMA. Look at that. Miami is where it's at. The glove touch, and Kendall will be there. We'll be inquiring about your press passes, so don't worry, we'll be working on that. We reached out to John Dotson to come on. He's headlining. Cody Gibson, we'll reach out to him as well. But yeah, look at this production, man. XMMA is tight. You got Big Mo up in that cage. I mean, there's a UFC event that night, which we will be doing reaction in between, giving you live updates. But we're going to be showing this live on our channel, and it's going to be great. Boshniak over there. I mean, their promotion is pretty tight, XMMA. Loving what they're doing. Very proud to be part of it. And it's all because of Head Rush. So go support Head Rush with their gear. You rock their gear. Just makes us look good. But yeah, there's Kyle Boshniak. It's good stuff there. Yes, this card is pretty stacked. A lot of known fighters on this thing. So we got some options other than the UFC. That's pretty wonderful.
Wonderful.
They're doing their fighters well. And pinned in our live chat, we have the ESPN Plus. So if you like to watch any of the UFC fights, you want to watch the Contender Series tomorrow night, we'll be reacting to. Just click the link in the live chat in the description. You guys are really killing it with that. Killing it. Seriously. The fact that you guys are ordering pay-per-views through that link, the fact that you guys are signing up to ESPN Plus, the whole deal, or Hulu, whatever, we're getting commission. It helps us out a lot, so thank you so much. Super simple. Just click the link anytime you're going to consume some UFC content. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. A big thank you to those guys as sponsors. Okay, so we talked about Thornton. Talking about this main event again, I want to jump back into this. I mean, complete bummer. I didn't hear anything about Dana White talking about this event, which kind of sucked. You know, I wanted to hear. I was dying to hear with what Dana White had to say at the post-fight, the media scrum. You know, I wanted to hear what he had to say, especially when you have 9 head strikes for Santos, 7 for Johnny Walker. Just a lot of kicks, and yes, those kicks did land, and it did look like they were painful. I'll give him that. But, the fight itself was really bad. It was a really snooze fest of a fight. Shocking when you have 2 explosive guys. So let me know in the chat what you think is next for both of these young. Well, Santos not that young. But anyway, both of these UFC fighters. Wonderful.
Guys, what's crazy? All these combat sport guys risk their lives for our entertainment. Respect to everyone who gets in the ring. Octagon.
100%. You know, we joke around about boxing, even those guys over there. Anyone that punches another human being in the face, whether it's gloves, no gloves, takedowns, whatever, kicks, or anything that they do, competing like that, I have nothing but respect. And I would say 90% of those athletes are literally the nicest human beings that walk this earth. I guess because they're humbled from being beat up, or beating up others. I don't know what it is, but super respect for those guys and gals. We have another donation. Let's play it. Let's get down. Come on.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
What is up to all of you fucking MMA holes? Greatest community on the YouTube.
What's up?
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, B-Man. Thank you, Roberto. You guys are awesome. We're partying on a Monday night. Let's talk about the rest of the fights on this card really quick.
Okay.
I'm going to run through the rest of this card over here. Okay, so we talked about 1 and 2. Really not much more to say about that. Nico Price with a beauty on Oliveira. That was a really fun one to watch. Between the two, Oliveira was crying on his way to the cage. I don't know what the reasoning was for that. It was very emotional, but it was a fun fight to watch.
Yes, sir.
We got Krzysztof Joko with a split decision on Serkinov. Serkinov is not very good. Not sure what one of those judges saw, but Serkinov's UFC career has been meh. Very surprised. Alexander Hernandez gets the SMESH win over Mike Breeden.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Well, not very good. It missed weight. Just a lamb to the slaughter. Jared Gordon with a spectacular win over Joe Selecki. Very heartfelt what am I trying to say, Jesse?
I don't quite know.
Very passionate performance by Jared Gordon. Joe Selecki, people are throwing a lot of shade at the guy. They think he sucks. They say he's boring. I have seen so many things in the chat rooms. I hate to jump on this guy because, well, I mean, apparently Baby Hulk trains with him. So I don't, I like Baby Hulk, so I feel bad. But, yeah, he's boring. So big win for Queens. Jared Gordon calls out Patty the Batty. What do you think about that? You know what? That's a guy. Let me write this down. I got to reach out to Jared Gordon. Because apparently Pimblett is interested.
Uh-huh.
So, let me know in the chat if you're interested. Casey O'Neill proved that she's pretty good. A young girl coming in there, a couple wins in the UFC, beats Kantanina Shevchenko, ground and pound. And let's be honest, this girl is not even a smidge as good as her sister. Carol Rosa gets a unanimous decision over a retired Betch Correia. Very emotional as well. The Brazilians were very emotional on the way to the cage. Malarkey with the finish. Brutally destroys Devontae Smith in the second round. That was a firefight up until that point. So really good stuff between the two of them, but Malarkey gets the edge. And Douglas Andrade with a nasty left hook on Perello. Gets that done in the first round. Made quick work of my man. Egger gets the ground and pound second round of Shanna Young. Look at all this carnage. Like the first 75% of the card was just fire. And then we just hit this bizarro Twilight Zone world. And then you have Alejandro Perez with the submission, the armbar over Johnny Eduardo. So nice job to open up the fight with the submission in the second round. Really good fun stuff. And when we started to hit the Gordon Selecki, it got a little weird, but it was all right. Hernandez, a vicious finish over a guy he should have beat. Then it gets odd. Nico Price, Alex Hernandez, good. We got that weird headbutt, and then the shittiest main event. So there you go. There's our recap. That's it. In a nutshell, we'd like to do rapid fire. Rapid fire recap. A fight has been announced that looks like it's not like completely official, but Dustin Poirier versus Charlie Olives. And I got to say this. I'm pretty impressed, man. Dustin Poirier, good for you not sitting around waiting for, the return of McGregor or some weird novelty fun fight. He's like, fuck it. Let's get that real belt. What do you think, Jesse, of this fight?
I love it, Moss. I love it. However, it does kind of weird me out that McGregor's not involved in this whole situation.
What?
But I love it.
Oh, you mean with Poirier?
Yeah.
I thought you meant for the title. I'm like, what?
No.
Ah, okay.
But I do like this matchup a lot, and I love Charlie Olives, and I think he's going to win. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind.
Wow, you going Oliveira?
Yeah.
Over the Diamond?
Uh-huh.
I think the Diamond's going to win.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I've never been more sure.
I think the Diamond's going to win.
Okay.
And then McGregor's going to come back and give him a title shot. What do you think in the chat? And then McGregor's going to come back and snatch the belt. Here we go. All right, chat, what do you think?
This Nosa says Dustin's not winning. Two Joint says, you take the garbage out, my guy. Carl Gray says, I love it too, Jess. Wow, over the Diamond. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, man. I've always liked Charlie Olives, so I think
he's very good. He is very good. But listen, let's be honest. It's Diamond's destiny.
Staley says, I know what I want to see happen. Drunk Savage says, God damn you, Two Joints. Poirier versus Olives says J Doe. Taco Slurpee says, hope Dustin gets it done.
I hope Dustin Poirier doesn't fight like the New Orleans Saints did against the Giants, Jesse. Giants get their first win.
My boss woke up the baby from a nap when they did.
Well, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But I was really excited about that win by the Giants. But yeah, it's a great fight. Dustin Poirier fighting Oliveira. I love it. I love the fact that Dustin's not sitting around. Let's talk about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Yes. Yes, baby. Let's go. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad.
Are you picking Wilder?
Bomb Squad.
Are you picking Wilder?
No,
well,
I think did I pick Wilder for the first two
fights? You picked
fights?
him every fight.
So
I picked him the first one. I did.
So I might have to go Fury this one.
I picked Wilder the first one. I picked Fury the second one.
I think I picked Wilder both, didn't I?
Yes,
yeah.
You did. You went Bomb Squad with 2 fights. Now, listen. I get it. People are like, this is boxing, guys. I thought you were an MMA channel. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is amazing. Wilder Fury is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to steal it on Saturday night.
Wonderful, wonderful.
No, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. It really is. It's going to be great. I loved it. I love the hostility between the two. I love the heat that Fury's bringing. Wilder, with all those crazy accusations, what is he going to do? Like, how does Deontay Wilder, how does he adjust in this situation, right? He got his shit pushed in the last fight. I mean, Tyson Fury literally murked him out there. So what does Deontay Wilder do? Deontay Wilder is one of the most fascinating heavyweight strikers ever that ever laced up the gloves in the boxing world. Deontay Wilder has power that I've never seen before.
But he has to hit you with that shot.
And there's the problem. He's not a good boxer. I know. Listen, I'm not the biggest boxing aficionado, but every time I've watched the guy fight, I'm like, holy fuck, this guy is like, everyone's levels ahead of him when it comes to piecing together these combinations and shit, and the footwork and the head movement. And Wilder just like, let me lose. Okay, I knocked you out. You know, it always feels like that. And he almost did it to Fury in the first fight. I mean, Fury did the whole, Undertaker, let me get up dramatically thing. But Fury was winning that fight. It's weird. The whole thing, well, the scoring was bizarre. But anyway, it's weird how Wilder has just progressively won and just kept on knocking people out, and his power is devastating. And then he fights Fury in the second time, and Fury just boxed him up. So does Wilder tighten, like, how does he tighten it up? What does he do? Is he going to move around some more?
Wilder has to be able to do more than just catch Fury. He has to find a way to slip through the hands and kind of piece Fury up, which is not easy to do because a lot of fighters have tried it with Fury.
He just got to knock him out. That's it.
No, but he has to do more. That's what I'm saying. He has to do more than just trying to catch him with that hook. Because it's not going to be enough. We've seen it before. He caught Fury with a hook. He went down and he came back up like a zombie. Mm-hmm. So I think Wilder he understands this. He knows he has to work on that game. He has to slip between those hands if he wants any chance of, I guess, whittling Fury down enough to get him out.
I see Drunk Savages because of Wilder crying, we lost Fury AJ. Thank God. I mean, AJ is completely overrated as well. Now, AJ, I think, is a better actual boxer. But let's be serious. Deontay Wilder would knock AJ's fucking head to the moon. Like, I mean, it's not even a question in my mind. It never was even before AJ lost. I never understood why people were jumping on the AJ train, because everyone likes to see a glistening giant man with muscles. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I never got it. But here I am, Mr. Casual, and I could see it. If I could see it, why can't the fucking pros see it? I don't get it. Anyway, I think this is the better matchup. The first two were electrifying. So much fun. Why the hell would we not want to see a trilogy? And let me make this clear.
Yeah.
If Wilder wins this third one, get ready for 4. Get ready. It's inevitable. We will see a 4th fight. So,
I think
hope you like the matchup.
And someone brought it up in the chat. I do find it interesting, the whole glove fiasco with Fury. Like, how do they approach that going into this fight? Is Fury going to cheat again? Did he cheat the first time?
He didn't cheat. Although I did watch a gazillion angles and was watching these people make the argument.
It is an easy controversy because the gloves did bend in a weird way.
The more I watched and the more I, went down that rabbit hole, I was like, get me the hell out of here. Because then I started realizing this is fucking stupid. This is dumb. And Deontay Wilder firing his coach. Listen, Wilder did everything he possibly could to just get this trilogy fight. And, what Wilder did good in this whole thing was he really sold it. He made people keep talking about this situation over and over again. I don't know if that was the plan or if he probably seriously was believing this stuff. He also said his costume was too heavy.
Well, yeah, he said walking out exhausted him.
Real Gamer, you're the guy that picked Jorge Masvidal over Kamaru Usman. And you're telling me I don't know anything. Forever, you will hold that L. Okay? Real Gamer, listen, I got a bad memory. But let me just say this. I remember stupidity. Okay? Anyway. Thank you. Jorge Masvidal over Kamaru Usman.
By the way, I think our daughter's left-handed
She could be.
because she seems very in control when she's using her left hand.
It's a little too early, too premature.
I don't know, Ma.
Super chat.
Wilder fired his whole corner cause they were trying to protect him. Now his corner is a guy him and Fury beat.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Wilder started to lose me when he said the costume that he... And here's the thing. Let me just make this clear. I picked Wilder in the first fight. I did pick him. I like Bomb Squad. I think Wilder... I'm on record saying that Deontay Wilder seems like one of the nicer guys out there. He seems like an actual super nice dude. Yes, he's scary inside the ropes, but he's a family man. I think he's a God guy, the whole deal. He seems like a super cool dude, but he's kind of lost his shit. He's kind of lost his shit with all these excuses. When you're making a gazillion excuses, you're like, my costume was too heavy on the way. Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you dressed like Skeletor and the whole Castle Grayskull just thrown on top of you?
It's good entertainment, Moss.
Like, it's just nuts. Oh, so let me go out with like a fucking 70-pound costume to the ring. Like, what kind of dope would do something like that and then complain about it afterwards? If you walk out with the 70-pound costume, you don't say jack shit. You just hold the L and you just regroup. You don't just hit the mics and say, hey, yeah, it's the costume's fault. It's the costume's fault. Come on, what are we doing here? Now, Deontay Wilder he's been yapping finally. In the beginning, he was just staring at Fury at the press conference, wasn't saying much. Now he's talking a lot, so I like that. Fury has been on fire. Every interview Fury had makes me want to watch the fight even more. Tyson Fury is a fucking legend. He really is, on the mic and in the ring. The guy's great. The guy is great. How do you not enjoy with that? When he's like mesmerizing. He was on Ariel today. Ariel almost jumped through the fucking screen and blew him. You see Ariel? Ariel dropped an F-bomb because of Tyson Fury. Another one. That's number 2. Good job, Ariel. That dude was gagging on Fury's cock, loving every minute of it. It was great. Anyway, did you hear any of that Fury interview?
I heard the tail end of it.
Yeah. And you heard Ariel curse?
Yes.
What'd you think about that?
I thought it was wonderful, wonderful, Moss.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Anyway, I'm really pumped up for this fight. I don't get pumped up for boxing. I don't. Unless Jake Paul, maybe. I don't know. I don't get fired up about boxing when it's... Actually, the last time, the Triller thing was fucking funny, man. I was amped up because I was just like, this is actually pretty funny. But when it comes to traditional boxing, I don't care. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder could fight 10 times. I'll watch all of them. I'm in. I am in. I love it. I love the fucking back and forth. I love the fact that Deontay Wilder could lose an entire fight and then beat you in the final round. Love that. I love the fact that Tyson Fury has the gift of the gab. He's the Gypsy King. He's bounced back from fucking the rock bottom mental health problems, substance abuse, and here he is looking like a hanker for a hunk of cheese with his fucking frumpy ass body beating up Adonises. It's amazing. Love it. And Ellie's screaming in the background. She's pumped up.
Super chat.
Alexa's coming in.
Costume is too heavy, but he told Joe Rogan he trains 24/7 with a 45 pounds vest. Neutral face. Fury takes the W.
Yes. Yes. Ellie, you agree? She's making this noise. I don't know if you could hear it. Do you agree? Thank you so much, Alexis. Dropping the back-to-back 499s. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now, I want to take phone calls tonight. I really want to take those phone calls tonight because we have so many things to talk about. Let's rattle through, if we could bang out a couple of stories real quick, and then we will do the save.
All right, Moss. Bear with me.
Man, Real Gamer's really... Wow, you are really hard on the Wilder train, huh?
So Joe Rogan thinks that Biden's COVID-19 booster shot press conference was faked.
You know what? Jesse read this to me, wanted to know because Joe Rogan's been really kind of annoying lately. But he may be right. I'm not...
So without going into full detail, basically what Joe Rogan was saying was there was a press conference where Joe Biden took the third booster shot vaccine in an attempt to encourage people who are at a higher risk and older to get their booster shots as well. But Joe Rogan is implying that Joe Biden did not actually get the booster shot on live television because there's been people who have had bad reactions, and why would they take the risk of their president having a bad reaction on live television? So he's suggesting that Biden got a different shot on air and is just saying it's the booster shot to try and encourage people to get it.
You know what's funny about Joe Rogan? Where he's like a chameleon. Wherever he goes or whoever he's talking to, I feel like he just blends in and just, I don't know, he moves in that direction and starts to go with that. Now, he seems like he's super Republican now. It's bizarre. But in this situation, it's not impossible. It's not completely impossible. But he is in such a he just showed in Madison Square Garden. He did a sold-out show over there, showing the crowd. He's got Spotify money. He's got people following him no matter where he goes. Millions of people are just like zoned in on Joe Rogan. Whatever Joe Rogan says, they fucking lick his cock. He's got everything right now. Boy, do I wish, Jesse, I had the power of Joe Rogan where I could legit just be a complete nudnik and say whatever the fuck's on my mind and throw conspiracies out there.
Well, you do say what's on your mind.
I do, but no one cares. I need people to care, Jesse. I need to fucking go bald. I need to do some TRT.
No, please don't go bald.
I need bald, TRT.
I don't think I could handle that.
I need to, I don't know. Well, I already ran to a Republican state, but then again, this state is now blue, so I don't know how that sounds. But then again, I am not hardcore. I don't give a fuck about half the shit Joe Rogan gives a fuck about. But in this situation, I can't deny. I mean, it's possible. It's not impossible. Thanks for your opinion, Joe Rogan. What else we got?
So Yuri Prochazka shoots down the UFC call-out from Thiago Santos. I don't know if you saw this. It was on the post-fight press conference, I believe. So basically,
you don't want to fight him, huh? I don't blame him. It's boring.
Santos said at the post-fight press conference, he said, I want the champion. I think I deserve top 5, one more fight, and I think if I win, I can go to the title shot again. I think I deserve that. I had a fight against the number 10. I want a top 5 who can bring me to the title shot. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So Prochazka, he said, Yuri Prochazka, if you don't want to wait for the title fight, I'm here. I can fight against him. He's a good fighter. All respect to him, but I watch his fights. He thinks his chin is strong, but it's because he didn't fight against the hammer. If he wants to try to test his chin, I'm here. And then Prochazka then responded on Twitter saying, Thiago Santos, thank you for the offer, but right now I'm preparing for Blachowicz or Teixeira, which you know them very well.
I love Prochazka. And why would Prochazka want to fight either of these guys, man? It was freaking boring as all hell. Come on, Yuri. Go get that strap. Let Glover win it. This is what I want. Glover wins the strap. Glover leaves the gloves in the cage. And then Yuri Prochazka fights for the vacated belt. Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what I want, baby. I know a lot of people think Blachowicz is going to win. Shocker is going to happen. Shocker. Shocking experience at UFC. Was it 267? That sounds about right. Anyway, we're 4 shows away. MMA-Holes hour from 200 shows. It's pretty wonderful.
Wow.
So if you like landmarks, if you like accomplishments, well, hit the like button, friends. What are we doing here? We have Yarmir Yager likes. What's going on here with the 68? Let's get, come on. What the fuck? What are you doing? Falling asleep out there? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hit the fucking likes. Motherfuckers, thumbs broken? Like, what's going on with you? Anyway, okay, let's...
UFC 268 poster has been released featuring Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington.
Okay,
and Rose Namajunas and Weili Zhang rematches.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm in a hallway. Look at me, and I'm carrying bags.
That's not the poster. There you go.
Oh, that's not. That should be the poster since that's the outcome. Oh, I saw this. This is old. The fuck? When was this? This was released? What? A couple weeks ago.
Well, it was just posted on the news today.
It looks like a Glove Touch poster. Looks exactly the same.
Yes.
All right. Without all the fancy colors.
So
is Rose pregnant in this poster? What's going on?
That's her
she with baby?
6-pack poking out from under the belt, Moss, or from over the belt.
All right, let's do the save here. We got let's throw 5 on the clock. We want to take some phone calls tonight. I want to speak to the fucking people. I want to talk to the people. We got so many freaking things to talk about. I want to hear from you. I mean, I think the guy dying in bare knuckle, that's probably a conversation on its own that we can have an hour convo on with the people. Let's get some saves here tonight. Every donation that comes in within the 5 minutes, we add on to the clock. Let's go deep into the night. Let's go deep into the Monday evening. Let's go deep into the vaginas tonight. And let's save the fucking show. You ready?
Skip it about 4
What? merchandise.
Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise.
What?
Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise.
What you got?
Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise.
Yeah.
Got the merchandise.
Yo, someone got the merchandise. Someone anonymously just bought an MMA-Holes t-shirt. Let's go,
Heck
baby.
yeah,
Let's
baby.
fucking go.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Got the limited edition merchandise. All right, let's start the clock. Thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate that. Let's extend this fucking show. 5 minutes on the clock, and let's squeeze another story in.
Chael Sonnen says the UFC is already punishing Jon Jones just by keeping him under contract.
Oh, Chael.
According to Ryan Harkness of MMA Mania, you can always count on Chael Sonnen to provide a unique perspective when it comes to combat sports news, and he's had no shortage of opinions when it comes to former opponent Jon Jones' latest troubling brush with the law.
Can't find it.
Jones was arrested in Las Vegas the morning after his UFC Hall of Fame induction on charges of misdemeanor battery, domestic violence, and injuring or tampering with a vehicle. Details coming out of the police report include a bloodied-up fiancé and a dented-up cop car. It's a whole new level of disturbing for Jones, whose past arrests weren't exactly minor affairs either. So the question raised is, what do you do with Jon Jones? Hey!
16 minutes. Roberto coming in.
Look at his tiny little face.
Yes! Baby Ellie.
Aw, he's so cute.
Yeah! The Hearns. Wow, look how tiny she is. Thank you, Hearn.
Aw.
Save the show, let's go.
That's how you do it, baby. 16 minutes added to the clock. Roberto Hernandez. She is so tiny. That's crazy, huh?
I know.
You don't look like that anymore. But, man, she was an ass kicker. Look at her. Beating some ass. Thank you, Roberto. Yeah, freaking Hearns. Look at the Hearns is in the chat. Thank you. Wow. If you want to add to the clock, 3 minutes left. We guaranteed 16 minutes. Thank you to the Hearns. All right, here we go. Let's get back into that story.
So the question raises, what do you do with Jon Jones if you're the UFC? Do you fire the troubled GOAT contender? According to Chael Sonnen, you absolutely do not. Not yet, anyway. He said, if you want Jon Jones cut, my next question is, why? The answer would be obvious: to hurt him, to punish him, right? If you want to hurt him and or punishment him, are you sure that you want him cut? If you release a guy, you have no control over that guy. You can attempt to guess what the market will bear. But if you still have him under contract, you will control that answer. And if you release Jon Jones with the spirit of hurting him in mind, you see where it starts to become a problem.
Yeah, we already touched on this when we were debating it back and forth and we were throwing things out there. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with Chael on this one.
How? You're the one who said rip everything away from Jon Jones.
No. Wow. You're one of them.
You said...
Nope.
And I quote...
I said no. I did not say that.
Yes.
Well, don't.
You said...
How dare you?
You said take everything away from him and break him down so that he can rebuild. Yes, you did.
I said that's an option. No, I said at the end, I said in the beginning.
Frustrating her.
I said that I am sitting in the middle. I proposed one side, I proposed the other side. I said, you choose for yourself. I said, I am a selfish fan, and I would like Jon to stay in the UFC. That's what I said. Wow, how you not? Don't listen. Wow. Don't even listen to your own co-host here. That is exactly what I said. Go back to the videotape. What the fuck? This is the problem. And it actually makes me feel a little bit better because when I get it in the chat, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? At least you guys aren't alone. My co-host, the same thing, tunes me out. I'm used to it. Anyway.
Well, if we wouldn't blab so much, then maybe we'd be more willing to listen.
If I wouldn't blab so much, this would be our show.
Yeah? You think so? Or maybe there would be other perspectives. No, see, that's a lie. They don't have any control now, says The Ugly. Two Joints says Stanley, the show would benefit from a Lady C visit, bro. Troy's Heart says there's no way that kid is that old already.
You just ran into, what the hell?
Robert Quinones says, what's up, Moss? I'm not going to sit here in silence.
Wait, what's going on here? So you would just read the chat. That's it?
No, I'm getting their points of view as well.
I want your point of view.
I gave you my point of view.
What'd you think about Chael said?
I don't know. Listen, I don't think that he's right or wrong. I never really made a position when the news first came out about John Jones. You know? So I don't know what the right choice is.
So you're like me. You have the same opinion as me. Who cares?
Not
At the end of the
necessarily.
day, like I said on the previous stream about John Jones, I'm a selfish fan. I want to see John fight in the UFC. Is it the right choice? I don't know. Nor do I care. It's not my opinion. It's not my opinion that matters. I just want to see fights, and I want to see John Jones involved in it. So that's what.
Please, I'm begging you. Don't ever buy another UFC
Whoa!
pay-per-view again.
10 seconds left in the Roots coming in. Oh shit!
I don't want your money.
Pussies, pussies,
I don't want your money.
pussies, 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 pussies,
I don't want your money.
pussies,
Money.
pussies,
Money.
pussies, pussies.
You're a moron. I don't want your money.
Oh!
Money. Money.
Pussy, pussy,
Money.
pussy,
Whoa!
pussy.
The Mystic Roots.
I don't give a f.
Full year 50 more minutes of MMA-Holes.
Nice. That is now 66 minutes. Oh my God. Thank you to the Mystic Roots. And of course, like we said before, 20% off. Promo code MMAHOLES for the best CBD in the fucking world. MysticRootsCBD.com. Go check it out for yourself and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice. Mystic Roots. Thank you so much, Mystic Roots, for that. Completely wonderful, wonderful.
I fell off a shopping cart. It really fucking hurt so much. My muscular ass is sore. I let out my manly roar. I fell off my shopping cart. It really fucking hurt so much. My muscular ass is sore.
Sing it, Cyborg.
I like to beat up girls with ease.
Woo! Ouch!
With ease.
Ouch!
Ouch.
Wow, look at that. Sanosi.
Gonna head to bed, but I wanted to give you mofos more time.
Nice.
Thank you so much. 81 minutes. Thank you, Sanosi, Mystic Roots, Roberto Hernandez, Alexis Gonzalez, everyone that donated. B-Man, Roberto, I said that. Thank you guys. Chubbs, thank you. We will be right back
After these messages.
after this song.
Whatever, Moss, just fucking play it. Like, what the fuck? I live with a woman? Like,
it's
what the fuck?
It's a song.
My name is Mystic. What's your name, and how can I help you?
No, well, I mean, this is Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Allheart, a.k.a. Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Silver Carl.
How's it going, Silver Carl?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, my name's Casper, and I'm a goat.
Sean, how are you tonight?
Mine. Which one's having?
Yo, drunk, what's up?
Yeah, this is DIAZ. I have a reducer problem.
Okay, well, this is Real Gamer.
Man, your voice sounds a lot baggier on the phone. Hey, it's MJ, the artist formerly known as Kevin Lee. How you doing? Hey, my name's Dan. I got a question. So,
Yo, Sanosi.
What's up, Sanosi?
what's up, you guys? It's Justin Jr.
Hey guys, it's Kevin from Denver. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, hello, Mustafa.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Miss Pole?
What's up, Pulse?
Hey, Pulse.
Clocks. Hey, it's good luck.
Alexander.
What am I, chump liver?
We're celebrating.
Ole.
Yeah, baby.
647, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Michael Ansimo from Boston.
Way! Michael Anzalone, you just gave me butterflies when I heard your voice.
Michael, welcome to the show.
Huh?
It's the knitter.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Dustin.
Hit the like button, you folks. This is the double champ. Yeah, I want to talk to you. You know I'm not big on talking about fighting that much, but...
This is Jeremiah.
Hey, it's Kevin from Chicago.
Nothing. Gotta talk about these fights real quick.
It's my kill. Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to stay awake and shit. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was doing it for you, huh?
Like, no one cares, Justin. Who the fuck you talking about? Brooklyn Dodgers? Who the fuck them? I don't give a shit about them.
Rest in peace,
the Brooklyn
Chrome.
Dodgers should be the
Rest in
Ring Road.
peace,
All right,
that
Chrome to your dome.
Okay, Chrome, thank you.
Wait, he has stuff to talk about. He's making fun of Dustin first. Don't hang up.
Hey,
Anything else?
stay white.
I miss that guy.
Appreciate that.
I miss that guy. Chrome was such a good MMA hole. May he rest in peace. The 516-522-0267. Tonight on the MMA Holes, we're going to take some phone calls. What I used to do back in the day when I was a young lad was I would sneak the earbuds in or headphones on, and I would lie in bed and pretend I was asleep and listen to late night radio shows, love lines, whatever the hell it was, because I couldn't sleep. If it's time for bed, do the same. Lie in your bed, listen to our soothing voices as I open up the phone lines to the nocturnal people out there. And let's get your comments and your thoughts on everything MMA Holes. By the way, Poly Market, give a shout out to Poly Market as well. This is a market site. We have a link in our description. If you use our promo code, well, yeah. Oh, shit, what the fuck did I just do? I hit the wrong thing. Thank you, Jesse. I did like a minute. I put a minute on the clock. There we go. If you go over, it was almost time to end the show. If you go over to Poly Market and use our link in the description, you can check out the markets over here, all different things. Place a bet on something, mostly political stuff now. They said they're going to throw some UFC stuff on here. I really hope, let me see if they put Tyson Fury on here. I hope they put the Tyson Fury versus Wilder because I am 100% putting a bet on that. And not quite yet, so I will reach out to them and see if they'll drop that on there. But I'll let you guys know once the fights are on here. Fun stuff. We won some money. Thank you to Volkanovski. So Poly Market, link in the description, and get that 100 bonus. Put it in your pocket. All right, let's go. Let's open up these phone lines. What are we waiting for here? Let's go. Okay. Let's talk to the people. I leave these little notes to myself, and I don't know where I put it. Google Voice. Google my voice. Google Voice. Let's go, peoples. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Helps us tremendously. And if you don't, you're a fucking asshole. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267. Shoot us a ring. I think it's this one. All right, yes. Let's see. That should be it. All right, 516-522-0267. Let me put the number on the screen as well. A lot of stuff to talk about. If you look at our thumbnail, any of these topics over here. Blachowicz thoughts, says Gooner Tom. Hey, Gooner Tom, how you doing, buddy? I've seen you on the social media platforms. Thank you for your support. I like Blachowicz. I think he's a super nice dude, but I am going to go with Glover Teixeira. The reason is I've been riding Glover for a while. I made a crazy prediction, and I'm almost there. It's almost come to fruition.
Call from
Billy.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, Billy. How you doing?
Yo.
How you doing, buddy?
Guess what?
What?
As soon as I saw Mark Smith and Herb Dean come running over to the scores table,
yeah,
I knew right then and there.
It was going to go to the black guy, right?
They're going to change it to the no contest, absolutely.
Okay.
You just knew that. You just absolutely knew it. The same dude who went in there and said, Alto, stay down, I'm going to disqualify him. Just stay on the ground, I'm going to disqualify him. If you get up and keep fighting, then I'm not going to disqualify him. Yeah, that's Mark Smith.
Are you saying it's a racial thing? Is that what you're going with?
Of course it is.
Why?
They weren't going to let the brother lose. You think they're going to let the brother lose? And not if they had a say. They come charging in, Mark Smith and Herb Dean. Like you think with one of them was reffing the fight. Dan Mergliata was off in the distance somewhere, just letting them handle it.
So what about this? Can I play devil's advocate here? What about Dan Mergliata is racist against black people, letting the fight go on?
No, because it was his final say to let it turn to a no contest.
We tried to get away with it, though. He saw the headbutt. He was right there. Didn't stop the fight because he wanted the black guy to lose. Kevin, what do you think about that?
there was a headbutt last week with Volkanovski and Ortega.
Yeah?
There's fouls all times in MMA bouts.
Yeah, but no black guy involved, Kevin. I'm trying to talk about the other side of the situation. See? You're saying there's black bias. Now, what about white bias here?
Yeah, they pick and choose which rules to enforce, don't they? They pick and choose what fouls they want to count, what no contest, what points to take away, whether it be cage grab, punches to the back of the head, headbutts, and this is getting ridiculous with these clown Mark Smith and Herb Dean. This fight should have went on.
It is a little ridiculous, yes, but at the same time, throwing race involved in it that's even more ridiculous, in my humble opinion.
Well, I respectfully disagree.
Okay. All right, so what do we do here? You're saying the fight should have went on, and yes, I would have liked to see the fight go on as well, but you don't think that they should have? I mean, it was clearly a bad headbutt. Holland's eyes rolled into his head. He went face first into the mat. His head bounced off the mat, and it looked like it woke him back up, to be honest. So you think, yes, continue?
This is what should have happened. It should have either called the fight off when it happened, went to the monitor, or you let the fight continue. You don't let the fight continue. You have to submit him a minute later and then say, oh, no contest. That's just ridiculous.
They didn't see the light.
Goes on or it doesn't.
But here's the thing. They didn't. I don't know when the light was lit, but apparently after that headbutt or something happened, I don't know, this light went on the side, which I've never even seen before. But apparently there's a commission light on the side of the cage. So there was some sort of review going on. Now, if that happened while the fight was going, apparently Miragliotta didn't see it and just kept the party going. I mean, Miragliotta it was his fault. The whole thing was pretty much his fault.
Yep, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
It was ridiculous. This is the fact of the matter is, you can't stop the fight. You either let the fight go on or you stop it. This whole let them continue, and then we'll wait till he gets submitted. Then we're going to make it a no contest. No, the dude won the fight. Yeah, he got hit with the headbutt. He kept fighting, and then they should have did a rematch. That's what should have happened. Should have been a rematch. Dawkins got the win, and so on and so forth. But anyways, I want to talk about this Daniel Cormier situation because it ties into Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan's going to lose a lot. And I got to say, if Daniel Cormier is supposed to be the one to take over for Joe Rogan, that is going to be a sad state of affairs because Daniel Cormier is a clown.
He's too black, correct? Is that what you're trying to say? We need a honky there. If you're going to take over Rogan's job, you need a nice white man like perhaps Paul Felder? What do you think?
No, we just need a pro.
Okay.
We need a pro, not a clown, because that's what Daniel Cormier is. He's a clown.
What black guy do you like? We've had this conversation before. What African American human being are you a fan of?
That's irrelevant.
Oh, so you have none. There's zero black fighters that you're into. Do you like John Jones? I mean, that guy's fantastic, right?
You talking fighters, or are we talking?
Yeah, fighter. Oh, who's your favorite black person? Let's go.
Are you talking commentators?
Anything. Let's just go. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Who's a good fighter?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Rumble Johnson, but I remember he's in a big bunch of controversy.
Rumble Johnson. Okay, that's your guy. All right. So you like the guys that kind of beat up
women?
I was
gonna say him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say him, but then I remembered he had a bunch of controversy.
Yes.
And that ain't gonna work.
No. Okay.
And I was gonna say John Jones, and I remember he had a bunch of controversy. You know, and I was gonna say.
Were you Googling black guys, black fighters? Were you doing
Let me see. Aljamain Sterling. I was going to say Sterling.
Aljamain Sterling? Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
really?
That would be a good one. He's a good guy to root for, ain't he?
Okay. I sense sarcasm. Okay. Do you have a Klansman hat hidden in your top drawer in your bedroom? KKK from Chicago? Should we call you from now on, or what?
What was
that? What was that? All right, what else you got?
I was gonna say Cormier. He was talking about how Rakic is boring, and Rakic versus Santos. He said, "I wish they would have both lost." While he's commentating Santos versus Walker, equally as boring.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there saying, "Oh, they're such a boring fight. I wish they would have both lost." He's like, "Are you now watching the fight that's happening right now? A trash fight? Like, to sit there and say, I wish they would have both lost. Have some professionalism, you obese clown." And that's my problem with Cormier. The dude just thinks it's like some podcast or something. He thinks he's doing a podcast, and he's always giggling. Thinks it's like some giggling rodeo time. No, clown, act like a professional. That's why I like Paul Felder, because he goes down there, calls it by the book, acts like a pro. Daniel Cormier is a biased clown.
Okay.
And that's a fact. You can't deny that. You know it's true.
Okay. All right, Kevin. Thank you. I always appreciate you calling in. Full of knowledge. I appreciate that. Have a good night.
You can't even disagree because you know.
516-522-0267. Daniel Cormier has been criticized. In fact, I am a big fan of Daniel Cormier as a fighter. He was in my top 3 when he was competing. The guy was so much fun. I enjoyed Daniel Cormier as a fighter. I like that he was like the everyday guy. As a commentator, I'm on the fence. I don't like any of the commentators. I think we're the best.
Call from.
Saying.
To accept.
Okay, too scared to say your name. 516-522-0267. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of any of the commentators because I don't listen to them, and we do our own commentary over here, so we got our own thing going. But yeah, the stuff I have heard of DC, sometimes he's a little loose. Sometimes he lets his fan hat, he puts his fan hat on, and he just goes with it. And I don't necessarily hate loose commentary. Maybe it's not professional, what people are looking for. But Joe Rogan's not as professional. Actually, he never was like super professional with his stuff. He put himself in hot water with some of the things he said. It is what it is. I look at it like this. From actually doing commentary before, unlike Kevin from Chicago, we've done commentary here on the show, live commentary. And you have to fill a lot of time with your words, right? Hold on, I lost my shit. There we go. You have to fill a lot of time with your words. Like when we do fight reactions, we're live for 8 hours straight, constantly yapping. We're going to say some dumb things along the way. Rogan, what's it called? DC? Yeah, he's going to say some silly things along the way because he's kind of loose. He's loosey-goosey. Maybe he's not everyone's cup of tea. Better than Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is more by the book, and he's literally like listening to paint dry. Okay, 516-522-0267. Call me. I miss you. I miss your voices tonight. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, what? Yo, Chubbs!
At the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise.
Here we go.
Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise. Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise. Got the merchandise.
Well, we know who this is. This is Chubbs. Wonderful, wonderful bitches.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for getting some merchandise. Representing the Fukin MMA-Holes. Carl, thank you. Chubbs, thank you. Thank you, guys. That's really cool of you guys. Check it out down below. A little carousel of stuff if you'd like to get something. And be wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. We'll get back to the calls in a second there. Here we go. Chubbs, back to back.
Wonderful,
Now with a
wonderful.
dono coming in.
Isn't Herb Dean the guy who gave Conor McGregor the doctor stoppage?
Yeah, he did get the doctor stoppage. Doctor stoppage. The whole racial thing is out. Come on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive. I don't know. But when it comes to combat sports, racism in combat sports, I remember Tyron Woodley threw it out there. Like he tried to throw the race card a little bit, with fighters. I don't even think race played a part in that. I think favoritism plays a part, but I don't think the color of your skin in mixed martial, well, at least in the UFC, I haven't noticed any of that. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. Or maybe Kevin's nuts. 516-522-0267. All these topics, and that's what we get. That's what we get. Joe is not trash. You just think it's cool to be anti-Joe. Joe's getting some heat. The reason why Joe's getting some heat is he just doesn't give a fuck. He don't care. Why did it say Chubbs? Okay, thanks. I guess when you order a shirt, I guess you can. There's a section where you can put your name in. I'm not sure exactly where that place is, but I guess there is. Chubbs would know better than me since he just is more fresh in his head. Joe's reactions have always been great. Not quite. Joe Rogan has failed too, but I think, listen, the guy is 50 years old, and if you're commentating throughout the entire night of fights, you're not going to get everything right. There are going to be moments where you're either yapping over the actual call. Like if you notice back in the day, and we try to keep that as consistent here as possible, like the actual finish of a fight, give it its own signature finish, like that radio style sound to it. Whereas UFC commentary has become more of, let's just all yap over each other. And it's more color commentary than actual play-by-play. And I think that whole evolution has changed the game of commentary. You know, it's a whole different thing. It sounds more like people sitting on the couch watching the fights. Just these people happen to actually know what they're talking about, you know? I did listen to a little bit of the bare knuckle MMA with Jorge Masvidal's league, and you had Robin Black, you had Frank Mir. They didn't have a true play-by-play person. It was all color commentary people. It was all over the place. There was no direction. It's just two people rambling over each other, and it's just weird. I don't know. I think it needs a little bit more structure, at least with the play-by-play aspect, but who knows? I mean, whatever you like. You have a million options of hearing voices describe these fights, so pick and choose whatever you'd like. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267. Phone lines are back open. Give us a call. If you look at our thumbnail, you can see the stories that we've yapped about. We also spoke about the gentleman that did pass in bare knuckle. I would be interested to hear what your thoughts on that are as well.
Call from
Manny C.
To accept, press 1.
Manuel C. Welcome to the MMA-Holes live stream.
Thank you very much. I'm wonderful. How are you today, Mom?
I'm wonderful, my friend. What's on your mind?
I was thinking about the John Jones thing. Don't you think by now, is the UFC, do you think they're going to launch their own investigation?
No.
As to into what happened?
I think the UFC will just wait for everything to unfold. If he gets away with a little slap on the wrist, which it looks like that's going to happen, the UFC will just business as usual.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to. Yeah, I mean, when I think of this, it's kind of like Ray Rice. Remember Ray Rice in the NFL?
Yes.
Nothing happened. What did they suspend him? I think they suspended him like 2 games or something like that until the video came out.
Yeah, sounds about right. I can't recall exactly how long he was suspended for, but yeah.
So then the video comes out when people see him knock out his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Or wife it was, and then they cut him, and he was never hired again.
That's the thing. Well, did the NFL do an investigation, or was it?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I think they did, and they still only gave him 2 games, but the video hadn't been released.
Yeah, I mean, we have audio. I didn't listen to the audio, but I have a feeling, you got videos of John Jones popping up with his wife, giving her hugs and smooches. And they're both like winking and whatever. I feel that this is just gonna just pass on, and then we'll wait for number 6, number 6 of the arrest saga.
Luckiest man. When it comes to nothing ever happens to him. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean
Well, what do you think? What do you think about? What do you think the UFC should do with John Jones?
I mean, I think we should. He's your, a big fighter. You launch your investigation, your own investigation. Make sure that it's done right. Because if you want to say you don't know, not that you don't trust the cops, but you're going to back your fighter in a way. Your investigation, you find out what happened, and if what comes out of it, you either fire him, you keep him, right? I mean, it's pretty damning evidence when the hotel people are calling the cops. She's got on her face, she's busted up.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, what more evidence you going to get?
How can you do business with someone like that?
In a situation like this, though, like what other digging you're going to get? I mean, the wife is pretty much playing along with whatever happened here. You know, I don't know exactly what happened, but like the wife is playing along and she's acting like nothing's wrong. And I mean, you've seen situations where women, you know, are so scared that they keep it covered up, or women just try to look the other way because they don't want to lose everything they have. I don't know what the situation is, but you know, I just don't know if the UFC digs. What else are they going to find? Like, what else can you find?
Well, you want to find the truth. I mean, they have the money to find out the truth. You know, it's not that expensive.
I know, but what are they going to find?
You know, I don't think they care.
Yeah, but what else are they going to find though? Like, if you think about it, like, I mean, we pretty much got all the evidence. You know, like what else? If you do any more digging, like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what else is there?
But
Like,
imagine. But think about it this way, Moss. Think about it. Let's say what couple? Think of a couple that I hate to, like a couple that calls in that we're friends of the show, and you found out that she had a bloody lip.
Yes.
You know, and he's we'd probably end the friendship with him, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, listen, if this is a personal situation, and I have a buddy, and all the evidence points that he beat the shit out of his wife or girlfriend or whatever, yeah, I would not be friends with that person anymore. No, I would definitely cut ties. But here's the deal: this is not a business; it's a friendship, right? I would like to.
Right, but I mean, same thing if it was a business. You know, if you were associated with, let's say, one of your sponsors, and your sponsor, you know, beat the hell out of his wife. You know,
I'd be like, well, make sure you pay me every month promptly, and I will look the other way.
Right, but think about it this way. Let's say, I hate to say it, but like, let's say you beat up Jesse. I mean, I hate to even say that, but I would never watch your show again, right?
I mean, that's your problem, man. I mean, I'd still put on a damn good show, Manny. Listen, and Jesse could take a good punch.
But I think there has to be some kind of like morality, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you did that. Like, I hate to use you an example, but like the fans would turn on you, right? And I feel like John Jones, if the fans, I can't believe that people are still sticking up for him, right?
Well, here's the thing: we have the luxury of saying, "Nah, let him fight," and he goes into a cage, and then we can root for the other person to be the good guy and beat the living shit out of him. Like that's the luxury that we have. You know, like we have the ability to see John Jones get his ass whooped. You know, so that's why I don't feel so bad. He's not going to go play football.
No, yeah, that's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason that I thought it was that. You know, I'd love to see that, which I think it will happen at heavyweight.
Yeah, now he's moving up to heavyweight. So if you're totally like, listen, I'm not saying John did anything good here, nor do I know what happened. So like, I mean, like I have the evidence that I have. Seems like he's a piece of shit. You know, that's where every finger is pointing right now. But in the situation, I still want to see Johns compete in an octagon. And he's going to now fight like a Francis Ngannou or a Cyril Gane, who would, I mean, literally has the ability to end his life. You know, like, I mean, can just completely pummel his face into the ground. So, I mean, if you're anti-John Jones, you get that to look forward to, you know?
Yeah. And you know, but I mean, at the same time, you know, think of it was another sport. Like, think if it was baseball or golf, you know?
It's a little different, yeah.
We'd be like, yeah,
it's different.
I think the fact that this psychopath is still out in society really shows like the flaws and the holes in our judicial system.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak.
It's okay. We all can't speak, but we're all you, Manny. All right. So good. We got your opinion.
Hey, the thing about that dude dying, that's terrible, man. I mean,
horrible. Yeah.
It's crazy how some people look at the punishment that some of the fighters can take, and then some guy dies from, you know, the hits. Think of Gotti Ward, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm even thinking about Saturday night when Kevin Holland got smashed with that headbutt and then went face first into the mat. So he looked like he was out cold in the air and then face first into a mat. And then after that, he's getting hit in the head some more. You know, like that could have been potentially very serious. You know, this is a dangerous game that these guys and gals are playing out there. We're not wishing anyone to get hurt seriously or die, but it is unfortunately a risk in this. But then again, there's risks like this in football and hockey. I've seen guys go headfirst into a hockey board and die, like or go paralyzed. You know, like there's a lot of playing any sort of contact sport. You're not, you know, you're kind of risking your life.
Yeah, and you know, think about like fights outside. You know, there was a guy at the college I went to. He got in an altercation. The guy hits him, and he dies from hitting the cement. You know, when he got KO'd, hit his head, and he dies. Right? Man, that's crazy to think. I mean,
yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean, yeah, and what was it? Glove Touch was saying that they took a long time to get into the ring and like resuscitate him, I guess.
And I see in the chat, by the way, I see bare knuckle is more dangerous in my opinion. I understand what you're trying to say. The only reason why bare knuckle is more dangerous is because you're setting up an 11-1 fighter against a 6-18 fighter. It's the matchmaking which is dangerous. That is the most dangerous thing. It's not the actual bare knuckle fights, because if you put, you know, guys that are legit, you know, that could actually keep up with each other, you know, you get knocked out. It is what it is. You move on. But it's not like you're not getting hit with elbows. You're not getting hit with knees. You know, you're not getting hit with in one FC. You could be grounded and get you could get soccer kicked in the fucking head. You know, like these other MMA promotions are dangerous as well. But if you match up someone that doesn't belong in the cage or in a ring with someone else, I think there lies the danger, the real danger. Anyway.
Well, you know, some guy mentioned something about pro wrestlers. Look, they're taking steel chairs to the head.
I mean,
yeah,
it's fake, but then again, some of these things are actually hitting them in the head. They're jumping off these freaking high things, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all dangerous, you know. But then again, you can leave your house and get hit by a car, you know, like you can. I mean, like God forbid. I mean, there's so many crazy things that can happen to you, you know. You can slip and fall the wrong way, and boom, your life is over. Like, I mean, it's a lot of things can happen, but you don't want other people putting you in situations where you're in more danger, you know? And maybe people think that bare knuckle is that situation because they have no gloves. But if you're getting hit with a glove, right? If you think about it, and your hands are wrapped and you're getting hit with a 4-ounce glove, I mean, that is a pretty solid piece that's hitting you in the fucking head, you know? An elbow, I think I'd rather get hit with a knuckle over a fucking elbow in the face. No, I mean,
or a kick, you know, shin right to the face, like Crow Cop.
Exactly, a shin to the side of your head's like getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. Think about that.
Well, I mean, that Jessica I remember with the Valentina when she KOs her, it sounded like a bat to her head.
That is the perfect example of something that's very dangerous. A fucking shin to the side of your fucking head. Think about that. You might as well just get a freaking, you know, go to the Sports Authority and just get drilled in the side of the head with a bat. Like, I mean, you seen Daniel Cormier. I mean, it's like that's what it's like. You know, it's all dangerous what's going on here. But matchmaking is something that could be avoided. Like putting together the wrong people and sanctioning these fights. The commission should be completely ashamed of themselves. But whatever.
But yeah, and I'll let you go because I know there's other callers. But do you think the microscope is going to be on bare knuckle and the UFC even because of this?
Oh, well, think about when New York was like the people over there were basically like, this is human cockfighting and it's such a barbaric sport. And yeah, I mean, there could be trickle down for sure. You know, it is a bad look. I tell you what, I'm curious to see how bare knuckle handles a situation like this. This is a terrible situation.
Yeah, you know, and bare knuckle, like you were saying, part of the, you know, thing was, hey, it looks more brutal, but it's safer, technically. But I mean,
this doesn't look good.
As you saw, I mean, it's hard to tell, you know, whether what was it? This was an accumulation of punches. Maybe he's already hurt from training. Yeah, it's just a tragic situation.
It's terrible.
You know.
The only thing I could hope is, I mean, you never want anyone to pass away, but hopefully from such a horrific situation like this, a lot of people wake up and figure out, okay, terrible matchmaking's got to stop. These places that sanction these fights should be lit on fire if they're going to keep on doing shit like this. Like something drastically has got to change. So hopefully that happens. But a terrible story.
Yep.
All right, Manny.
All right, Moss. Hey, great talking to you.
All right, be good, Manny.
Take care.
516-522-0267. If you don't know what we're talking about, Justin Thornton passed away off of getting knocked out, bare knuckle 20. He got cracked and then he went face first into the mat, did not move. He didn't die on the spot, but because of the injuries, no more. And it's a really fucked up story.
Call from
Beyond Infinity, Dynamic Coaching Life Improvement Workshop.
Beyond Infinity Dynamic Coaching Life Improvement Workshop. Welcome to the MMA-Holes.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Brody. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. You?
I'm wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's how we roll over here. Wonderful, wonderful.
That's true. Okay, so thoughts on the matchmaking between Paiva and O'Malley?
Between Paiva, who?
And Sean O'Malley.
And Sean O'Malley. Oh, okay. The Sean O'Malley fight. Yeah, he's fighting the number 15th ranked gentleman. My initial thoughts were I thought they were going to give him a can. I did a little more research. The guy's pretty decent. He is ranked. And then I was like, you know what? I think this guy beats O'Malley. I think this guy is what, 5'8"? He's tough as fucking nails. I think this guy might be a really tough matchup for Sean O'Malley. So he's not really taking a layup here.
I think O'Malley runs through him.
He runs through him? Okay. Yeah. All right, tell me why. Tell me why you think this.
Because look at what Tyler Phillips did. Tyler Phillips beat himself basically in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like he hadn't finished, I believe it was at the end of the first round, and then he just stopped trying to knock him out, and then I fought him over. And I think O'Malley has more power. Like I know you're not the biggest fan of O'Malley, but he's very entertaining in the octagon, and you have to admit that.
Oh yeah, I have no problem with his actual abilities in the cage. I think he's fun. I really do. I don't see champion because I feel like he's very beatable. But yeah, I think the guy is electrifying when he gets in there. I think his shtick works really well. I think what he does outside the cage, how he markets himself, works nicely. So I don't hate him on him for that. But I tell you what, this kid over here is, he's a tough kid. He's coming on a 3-fight win streak, majority, unanimous, and then he's got the overhand right. He's not the shortest over here. He's 5'8" at the division, so he's not like a completely, smaller guy. What does he got? What kind of reach? He's got 69.5. What's O'Malley's reach on this? O'Malley's got 17. So O'Malley does have the reach, but the kid is tough as nails. He's a little younger, and he's ranked. So I think it's an interesting matchup.
So you think it's a good matchup?
I mean, Brian Barberena is definitely more dangerous because Barberena is that grinding, I'm going to take you down to the ground type guy. I mean, Paiva could do the same, but I think Barberena is not even ranked, right? Is Barberena ranked? I don't even know. Let me look at this. I can't remember.
Why'd you mention Barberena?
Not Barberena, excuse me. What's his fucking name? Oh, God. I'm mixing guys fucking. The bull dude, what the fuck's his name? Help me out here, Brody. I'm not Barberena. It's a little big. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, Brian Kelleher.
Kelleher. Thank you. Jesus Christ. That's the way I keep you around. Kelleher. Why am I saying Barberena? Jesus. We're talking about two different weight classes. Yeah, Kelleher, who's not even ranked. That was the guy that was really lobbying for it. It kind of makes sense. This guy's 15. He'll break in if he wins. So you think he runs him over?
Yes.
Can you say silly rabbit tricks are for kids?
Why?
When I was a child, it was a commercial that we would repeat over and over again. I just want to see if you could say it.
Okay. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate you being a good sport. All right, what else do you have?
I know this is a random fight to bring up, but between these two guys, who do you think wins? A Sunsao or Ricky Simone?
Oh man, oof!
That's happening, by the way.
Is that happening? Really?
Yes.
Wow, Asuncia, I thought it was one of those guys that was just a solid dude. You know, man, I feel like he's... how old's Asuncia now? Shit, that's a good fight. You know what? I'm going to go with Asuncia. I'm going to go with Asuncia.
Me too, just because Ricky Simone has no good striking that much.
Yeah, Ricky Simone, I don't know. He's got that floppy hair. We don't know what kind of haircut he's going to be coming in with. But yeah, I'll go with Asuncia.
Okay.
Quick thought.
And who's next for Johnny Walker?
Johnny Walker. All right, let's look at the rankings for Walker. Let's see. Coming off a loss, boring-ass fight. What did you think of the fight?
I think I'd rather take a shit for 2 hours.
You'd rather take a 2 hour. Well, that's very satisfying if it all comes out. But a shit that's tough, like a big shit that can't fit through the sphincter, like that, like a tough one. You saying?
Well, I mean, the fight was tough to watch. So
okay.
Yeah.
You ever have one of those where you push and it feels like you're delivering a baby through your asshole?
Yes.
Yeah, those suck, man. I hate those. You know what I started taking, Brian? I'm an older guy, so I have to start taking shit. But then again, my nephews take this as well, so I don't feel so bad. Miralax, okay? If you ever have shit problems, let me tell you, Miralax, completely safe to take. Take that once a day, and that gets you going perfectly, okay? No more Johnny Walker shits. Okay?
You want to know who I want to see him fight?
Who?
I'm going to say his name correctly this time. Tudalaba.
Kudilaba. Ooh. Kudilaba. Interesting.
That's
you know what?
Fight. It'll be funny as hell.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. Kudilaba. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. Kudilaba is not even ranked right now. I mean, let's see. Where is Kudilaba? Yeah, I don't think he's ranked. Yeah, he's not ranked. He just beat Devin Clark. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad over there. I could dig that.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm with you.
I do not see how... Huh?
I'm with you, man. I like the way you think.
Oh, yeah. I'm a genius.
You are. Okay.
I think Dominic Cruz has no chance against Pedro Munoz.
Dominic Cruz has no chance against Pedro Munoz.
Right now, obviously.
Why do you say this?
I mean, he didn't look that great against Casey Kinney.
Mm-hmm. But isn't Pedro Munoz, isn't he dropping down in weight? Isn't he going down to 125?
I guess he changed his mind. That fight's official for December.
Wait, what? Where are you getting this scoop? Where are you getting the scoops from?
Same pay-per-view as Oliveira Poirier.
What happened to Pedro Munoz going to 125? Oh, man, Brody's going to have to be... Oh, man. I'm going to go to Dominator. Dominator's sitting at number 11, the former champ. Yeah, he's older. But you know what? I mean, Pedro's got power, but he's definitely beatable. I'm going Dominator.
Okay. Well, I got Pedro Munoz by like third round submission.
You lose. Okay, next.
What's next for Marab?
Marab. Oh shit, man. I wanted him to skip. I want him to skip the line and get Jan. Right, that's not happening. Let's see. Marab is sitting. Oh, he's at 6 now. Shit.
I don't know what it is, but I like Marab for some reason.
He's got cardio for days. We found out, by the way, that Kendall, she came on our live stream on Instagram, and she did not have sex with Marab. It's false. She denied him and gave Marab the couch. Could you believe this?
Man, Marab, he deserves better.
He doesn't smell? How do you know? What'd you say?
I say he deserves better than that.
He deserves better than what? Kendall or the couch?
The couch.
The couch. You think that Kendall should have spread the legs and let Marab right in, correct?
Yes. Shall I take to... I can't... Not this is weird.
Take her what?
Nothing. Okay. Who's next from the wall? Who's next from the wall? Who's next from the wall?
Marab's in a weird spot because Aljo is sitting, right? He doesn't want to fight his buddy if he does get close to that belt. And he is pretty damn close. He's at 6. You got Aldo, Font, Sanhagen's fighting Jan. TJ, you know what? Oh, man. What is TJ doing? He's trying to get better, right? He's getting healthy. Didn't he have a surgery or some shit? Rob Font doesn't have a dance partner. Let's give him Robbie Font, right? Or is Rob Font fighting... Hold on. I think Font's got to fight, right?
He's fighting Aldo.
He's fighting Jose, so they're tied up. Damn, man. How do you know all these... How do you remember all this shit, bro? You should get a show. Why do I have a show? I don't even know half this shit that you know. This is crazy. What do you sit there and study all this stuff? And how do you remember it all?
because I'm a genius. I love the sport of MMA. I'm not a
You
casual.
love it more than me, man. I'm definitely a casual. So you're saying Aldo versus Fon is happening, okay? So Merab is sitting there, Sandhagen. I mean, do you give him Dillashaw, or does he go back? He might have to go backwards. Fuck.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you might have to. I was thinking of Santos, but now that Santos fighting, you know.
Is Frankie tied up? You know all the matchups. Who's Frankie fighting?
Oliveira.
Oh, fuck. He is tied up. Shit. All right, TJ Dillashaw, when you get healed up, you're fighting Merab Dvalishvili. That's what I'm going to say. Wait for TJ.
I mean, maybe Merab can take the 145 fight before, like.
I want him to. Oh, man. I wish he would have slipped in. I mean, if he's at number 6, damn, Corey Sandhagen had to ruin everything. That would have been great. Merab could have slipped right in there and took that belt. He could have won the belt and then moved up and then beat the shit out of Volkanovski. Right? Because we know Merab beats Volkanovski, right?
I don't know about that.
Who wins, Volkanovski or Henry Cejudo is calling him out all over the place?
Originally, I had Cejudo, but now I have Volkanovski.
Okay. You think a finish? Or?
I do not. I do not want Cejudo to be the full step of freeweight division champion.
Yeah. You know why? Because he's working with that slime bag, the Schmo, right? That's that why?
Why do you hate the Schmo?
I don't know. I had never even met the guy. I have no idea. I don't know. Glove Touch doesn't like him, so I'm just going to ride with Glove Touch. I don't even know.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
All right. Anything else?
Just one more thing.
Jesus. Do you have notes? Or do you keep this all in your head?
I keep it all in my head somehow.
It's impossible. You have it written down in your arm or something?
No.
No? Okay. Go ahead.
Actually, I have two more things.
Okay.
But one of them is super quick. The chat, I saw you last week bitching about me taking my time. Yeah, don't fuck yourself. Okay, you guys take your time too. Okay. Answer that of all, Moss.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
Can
I'm
you
here.
me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay. This is gonna sound so cheesy.
Yes.
But thank you for entertaining us every single week.
Thank you. Well, that was very nice of you, Brody. You know what? Thank you for bringing your toddler voice onto the show each and every week, because I appreciate your calls. You're better than Justin Jr. You're better than all the other calls. You are now the king. You're better than KKK from Chicago. You are the new king of the calls.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you, Brody. Have a good night. Okay, it's Brody.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Say your name. State your name, please, and we will take your call. That was Brody. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? We got some donations here. Let's play these. What do you guys think about Brody? I like Brody. He pays attention, unlike me. I don't remember half of these freaking matchups. I'm like, yeah, it's happening.
I do agree that the commentators on ESPN are extremely biased towards fighters they do not like. Like they all hate Conor.
You know, I do. And another thing, too, is if they have, like, personal interactions with them, a lot of these guys, this is why I never want fighters to be judges. Because,
Wonderful.
I mean, they're training with half of these guys.
I was originally a fan of Hootie and the Blowfish, but then I found out who the lead singer was, and ran home and beat my sister's ass. I realized she has nothing to do with Hootie and the Blowfish, but I had to take my anger out on someone. White power.
With a little love and some tenderness. Too black for Kevin. Too black, too strong.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chubbs.
I don't understand people saying, well, now that I know something bad and personal about someone, I hate them, but if it doesn't come out, you assume they are good people? My plumber could be a piece of shit. Fix my toilet, I don't care.
Well, I guess you could say you don't want to give someone money that's a horrible human being, right? When there's like a million other plumbers out there. But then again, if you have one good barber, right, and that guy cuts your hair perfect every single time, it's tough to find. I go to a barber, I get a different haircut every single time. But if you have that one good one that just knows, and that person wants to be in a piece of shit in real life, you just got to look the other way, get the haircut. They're flying off the shelves. They're flying off the shelves. We got the merchandise.
Got the merchandise. Limited edition merchandise. Got the merchandise. Limited edition. merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
Got the merchandise.
What?
Limited edition merchandise. Got the merchandise.
Loose Nuts says, thanks for the badass Fukin show. Loose Nuts! Loose Fukin Nuts!
Wonderful, wonderful.
The funny part about the donations of merchandise, and it's only the shirts, all the shirts that we sell, it pops up if you buy one of the shirts. It's not in our queue. We pause the donations, but we have no idea. So when that song plays, it's a complete shock. So it literally shocks the fuck out of me when you guys do the merch. Thank you guys for representing the greatest community, the greatest show in the fucking world, the MMA-Holes, baby. Thank you. Wow. Scared the shit out of me. That one got me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Fuck Joe Biden with the donation.
Did you hear that Dustin Poirier is supposedly fighting Charles Oliveira neck in here? How can that happen if you lost to Nico Price on Saturday?
You know what? Now I'm thinking. Were we calling him Charles Oliveira? Was I calling? Because I could have been. I mean, it's Alex Oliveira. No, Alex Oliveira and Charles Oliveira. I've made that mistake before. I'm pretty sure I was calling him Charles Oliveira and not Alex, right? I'm hoping I did. But Joe Biden, you got me confused now. I might have called him another name. I don't know. Which one's which? Or Alex and Charles? Which one? Who fought Saturday? Joe, you're confusing me now. No, shit. Oh, man, Joe Biden. Anyway, back to the phone calls. 516-522-0267. I can't tell which one's which. They all look the same, according to Kevin from Chicago. All right, let's talk, friends. We spoke about a lot tonight. You can see on our thumbnail. You can see we have Charles/Alex Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Call from.
Hey, yo, it's V-Neck.
Hey, V-Neck.
Food you, bitch.
Oh, my God. I really thought it was him. Damn it, man. I was all excited. How you doing, V-Neck? I mean, drunk.
First off, I got to give a fucking huge shout out to Pulse. He had the best comment of the night that Kevin from Chicago's favorite black man is Clayton Bixby.
Yes, Dave Chappelle. What's up with Kevin?
Make sense.
You know what? I actually blatantly called him out for being a racist like a couple of months back, and he was all in denial. And then he goes right back into it. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, sometimes Kevin gets the hot take, and it sticks. And it actually he bases it with stuff that makes sense. But in this situation, like, I don't know. That spin was a little off, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think he's kind of reaching there. But I kind of agree with him. I mean, if they don't stop it right there in the match, then just let it go. I don't think they should do that fucking review shit after the fucking fight. After the finish. Mm-hmm. Maybe, like, after a round ends, they could do that or something. I don't know.
I couldn't imagine having, like, money on the guy. Like, he's in your parlay or whatever, Daukus, and you get the choke, you're celebrating. Actually, you got the submission, and you're just going crazy. Holy shit, I hit everything on the head. Pay me, bitch. And then the fucking light goes on. It's kind of like it's like a field goal, though, right? It's like you celebrate the field goal. You're all excited about it. And then you find out a guy jumps offside. You know? That's kind of what it's like, right? I'm very aware of this. So, I mean, yeah. I don't hate it. It's a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kevin Holland said it's a real fight, he loses. I get it. But it's not a real fight. It's a sport. And I think that's what people are forgetting.
Well, I just hope Doc has at least got his fucking win bonus for that shit, because that wasn't his fucking fault. He kept going, and he got the fucking submission.
Yeah, I don't think he did. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe the UFC didn't want to pay these guys any bonuses, so there's like, no contest. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but fuck that main event was bullshit.
Yeah.
Why is it always like these two banger fighters that we think, oh, it's going to end quickly, it's not going to last too long, and it goes fucking a shit show?
Well, every once in a while, the MMA gods have to take a big steam and dump in our eyeballs, and that's what happened Saturday night. We 9 head strikes to 7 in 5 rounds. I mean, that's wild.
Jesus. What do you think was worse, Derek Lewis and Nagano or this one?
I think Lewis Ngannou, just because of the fact, at least these guys kicked. At least that happened. But what was it? The Tyron Woodley versus Wonderboy fight was the second one. I remember that was so fucking bad. Like, I think that might be the worst out of all of them. I remember being so upset with that fight, and it was a title fight, the whole deal.
Yeah, they'll hold the record for less strikes thrown in a title fight.
Yeah, that is correct. That was rough. But then again, I don't know if there was 9-7 with head strikes. I don't know. This has to be a record, right? I mean, have we ever seen anything like that? 5 rounds?
But when Santos did crack him good, you heard that shit.
He did, yeah. He did. And the legs were chopped up. You did see some damage on the legs. So that's why I wouldn't put it in Ngannou-Lewis territory. But, yeah, it still, regardless, was a pretty lame fight.
Yeah, but I wonder what's going to happen now, bare-knuckle fighting, seeing how that fighter died. I mean, imagine what would happen, like, in the early days of UFC if a fighter died. That shit wouldn't be around right now.
It's a problem. It is a problem. Listen, as much as I love bare knuckle, this is something that I'm really curious to see how they handle. I really am. And they didn't email us like they said they were, so fuck them. Like, no. So fuck those guys.
They put out a statement, we're sorry, our condolences are with the family, and thoughts and prayers and all that bullshit.
Oh, well, I mean, yes. They got to be all, I don't know, like, what do? You fire matchmakers? Like, what do you do in a situation? It's very tricky. Like I said at the beginning, it's tricky for bare knuckle, and a lot of these regional promotions to put these fights together on a consistent basis without putting layups on the table. I mean, I've seen CES do it right in front of my eyes. And CES is great. A lot of when you don't have talent to fill spots, you can't cancel a whole event and no one gets paid. You got to throw these crazy fights together, but here's the cost, and it's pretty serious. So now you have to wonder, what do these commissions crack down even more, and if they do events get canceled more?
I don't know. I think some responsibility needs to fall on the coaches. I mean, the guy who's 6 and 18, at some point you need to take a look at the fight and be like, bro, this shit ain't for you. Just walk away.
Yeah.
Go work at CBS.
And the example I made, though, like, what about Felony? What do you do? What do you do with a guy like Felony?
Well, he's fucking Felony. He's a legend.
A legend can die. Yeah, let him die. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I want to see Felony compete. I want to see him make money. But at the same time, I don't want to see him die. So, like, guys like him who are legends of the sport. I mean, listen, I'm not comparing Justin Thornton to Felony. Felony's done some real shit. But at the same time, he's on, what, a 14-fight losing streak? People are, if God forbid he got hurt seriously, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine with the Jorge Masvidal, the heat he would take, for something like that? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, true, but, this is boxing, which is mostly headhunting. MMA's not completely headhunting. There's a ground game and shit, leg kicks and everything. You're not taking as much blows to the head. So it's not as bad as boxing, but still. I mean, there's been no deaths in the UFC, but I have heard overseas smaller promotions, a lot of deaths, like mostly like older fighters that shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Every sport, no matter what it is, death happens. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mentioned it with hockey. It happens with football. Like, there are some serious injuries that they're freakish. They're not happening on a regular, but the risk is there. And in combat sports, there's a bigger magnifying glass on it because the winner of the contest beats the other person into oblivion. Like that's the outcome of an event, so it just looks worse. But if you think about it and you compare it to other sports, I mean, there are deaths in all major sports out there, it just, this looks more brutal because of how it happens.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But, I mean, this sport, bare knuckle, it's only sanctioned like a handful of states. I mean, good luck getting sanctioned like any major cities or anything like New York or something like that right now.
Yeah. Well, Mississippi, Florida, I mean, those two right there, if you can't get it done anywhere else, they'll make it happen. But now you have to wonder what happens in Mississippi. I mean, the commission, they have to crack down. They have to do something here, right? I mean, they can't be just letting everyone fight. So I'm curious if they're going to get really strict over there in Mississippi, or they're just going to be like, it is what it is. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'd like to know what happened afterwards with medical. I mean, did they really look at him well enough and shit? They're like, you're fine. Just go home, sleep it off, or some shit like that. And like next day, he was all fucked up.
According to some people are saying that they just left him in there while he wasn't moving, and it took a while for doctors to get in. I didn't see any of that, but I did see the fact that he wasn't moving, and it was a very scary sight. So who knows? I mean, in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. The guy died, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I hope the family gets compensated at least.
We shall see. We shall see. But it is a tragic story. To those jumping in, yeah, Justin Thornton loses in bare knuckle 20 and then loses his life because of the injuries that he that happened from the outcome of that fight. And it's a pretty rough story. Pretty rough. You don't want to hear anything like this happen. So it's a bummer.
I threw a story up on the news. Jorge Masvidal is the first promoter to pay his guys in Bitcoin.
Is he really? Is that true?
I think it might have been just the fucking bonuses, but yeah.
Let me see. Jorge Masvidal. Here we go. Bitcoin. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, well, you know what's kind of cool about that is you don't get taxed. You don't get you get everything. Like everything comes in clean. So that's actually kind of fucking badass. I don't hate that.
You must have been watching the show because I called that shit, a couple months ago or something?
Yeah.
Said they should pay the fucking fighters in Bitcoin or something.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, you kind of skip through, and I mean, I don't know how that works. Like, if you're getting a big lump of money through Bitcoin, I do think that you get, like, somehow you can get your money cleaner rather than just getting straight up cash. I feel like if it goes right, Jess, isn't that the way? I mean, I remember Vlad was trying to explain it to us. It's pretty wild. Yeah, we're just dabbling.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Did you dabble? Are you in Bitcoin at all?
No, I have no idea how the shit works. I'm too stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, we have no choice because all these sponsors and stuff like that, everyone's starting to get into it. Gambling, it seems like you can get your money quicker through Bitcoin. We got it like super quick with the Polymarket stuff. It's like, whoa, this is kind of cool. You know, like all you got to do is transfer it over to cash and bang, it's in your account. So, yeah, I'm into it.
Well, if someone knows that shit, go on the MMO's website and explain the shit to everybody. Us stupid people.
Well, there is someone there is a company that we're trying to get in with. Well, hopefully it works out. But there are like was it crypto.com? What's the other ones? There's the one that we're using with Polymarket. What they called? US what, Jess? You remember the name of them? US something. Fuck, I can't remember the name of them. But anyway, it's like super quick conversion. Like they do it for you. And now PayPal is converting your Bitcoin as well. So it's like it's becoming easier and easier to do. It looks like a foreign language, but it's actually kind of simple. I guess once you get the hang of it. I don't know. But good on Jorge. That's a good move. And he probably he might have to pay less.
I hear Bitcoin's not gonna be around, or cryptocurrency. You know, like U.S. or world governments don't like it, so because they can't tax it like that or some shit.
Well,
like Elon Musk says.
What's kind of cool about it though is, no matter what, the people are becoming smarter. You know, like no matter what happens, like it's like with piracy. Like everyone is trying to shut down, you know, people on the internet getting these illegal streams and everything like that, and they always outsmart. How are you outsmarting like all these multi-million-dollar corporations? It's wild. So I think Bitcoin, or crypto, I should say. I'm saying Bitcoin. Crypto, I think is, I think it's gonna stay for a while. I do.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Drunk. Anything
maybe
else?
you should have your own crypto. MMA-Holes crypto.
I'm in. If someone wants to get involved with that with us, and someone wants to if anyone wants to lead the storm, I'm willing to just sign off. I'm in. Let's go. If anyone wants to jump in on that, hit us up. You know where to find us. I'm down.
I hear Ellie in the background. So cute.
I'm gonna make an Ellie coin.
There you go.
All right, Drunk.
Blown coin.
That's right. All right, Drunk.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call, man.
All right, later, Simon.
Drunk Savage. What are you thinking? MMA-Holes coin? You like that?
Yeah, let's do it.
MMA-Holes coin. All right, call in. We have 23 more minutes. We have plenty of show left. It's a Monday night. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. We were talking about the card that happened Saturday night. We spoke about an unfortunate story with Justin Thornton. Oliveira, the Olives versus Dustin Poirier looks like it's going down in December. Kevin Holland gets brain damage, and then becomes a superhero. The whole deal in Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3.
Call from.
So
To accept, press 1.
whoever's 215, just say something, you creep. You called like 3 times. You finally get through.
Call from.
Doo-doo head.
All right. We're not letting your racist ass in, Kevin. There's other people trying to call. You called already.
Jamal.
To accept.
Jamal, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm a first-time caller.
Yes.
I met this girl last night. She's wearing a MMA-Holes shirt at the bar. I was like, oh, what is that? And we popped it off. I brought her back to my house. We got it popping. I think she said her name was NH. Man, you know, she sucked it good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying NH? Hold on a second. So NH was wearing MMA. Her name was NH. She was wearing an MMA-Holes shirt, and you took her home and she sucked your dick.
Yeah, man. She got a fat ass, man. We got to pump him, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Was she twerking on you and stuff? What was she doing? What else was she doing?
Twerking on me, man. She was bending my shit backward, forwards, man. My thing is sore like a tomato, man.
Did you toss the salad?
I did, bro. It tasted so good, man.
Oh. What do you think about that, Jesse?
What does Mike H think about that?
I don't know. He's in the chat right now. He might. You better be careful. Mike H is here. It can't be related, right?
Oh yeah, I think she mentioned him. She's like, "Oh, I only like black guys now."
She only like.
Yeah,
Oh. And your name is Jamal.
I think
right?
Mike H is.
Oh, he's gone.
I think Mike H is 2% black though.
I think that was Mike H. No.
Could you imagine?
That would be amazing.
Jamal.
Mike H is Jamal. By the way, they bought a bunch of shirts tonight, Jess. They were cracking the merchandise.
Yeah, I saw a couple go through.
That was awesome. All right, 516-522-0267. Good thing Jamal called him.
Call from.
Moss, why do you keep clicking it? Just
Because I like
turn
the
off.
I like the silence. Oh, did he say something? They might have said something.
They didn't say anything.
Oh.
Call from.
It's Kevin.
Doo-doo head.
What are you doing?
Yes.
Are you trying to get out? Is that what you're trying to do?
All right. Keep trying if you haven't got through yet.
You want to get out?
Keep trying to call. Oh, man.
Call from.
215 is scared.
Scared.
215 is scared.
Well, you're.
Should we answer 215?
No,
You want to do it?
like what the fuck? Just stop answering it. It's so stupid. It's.
I might want to answer it. I don't know. I might. I don't know. I might want to.
Let's see. Good for Jorge, bruh.
Call from.
Squeeze me in,
Big Paulie says Roberto Hernandez. J-Do says LOL. Jamal is
Call
on.
from.
All right, Moss. It's getting really annoying.
All
Stop
right, I'm
it.
going to.
No.
Hello? Hello? Welcome to the show. May I please take your name? You finally got through? I need to speak to you. Why do you not talk? Why do you not say word? Hello? He's scared. Scared.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Roberto's laughing in the chat. Not today, Savage says Sean Hart. Good luck says hello, Chico.
Super chat.
Mr. Mushroom Man.
You guys are so rare and your perspective is super unique. Appreciate the diversity and sincerity. What a cool community, the MMA-Holes. Thank you.
Best donation of the night, Mr. Mushroom Man. Thank you, Mr. Mushroom Man. Listen, that's what we do over here. We do all that. Appreciate that. I like Mr. Mushroom Man already. All right, 516-522-0267. All right, if you could let the other people get through, that'd be nice.
Sick Pub says, I don't think you understand. China can shut down internet at their choosing. What good will your coin be then? Haha, idiots. Idiots. Don't be an idiot. Because what good will your coin be then?
Mushroom Men equal New York Giants. I tell you what, the Giants made me so happy. They made me so fucking happy. Overtime.
Call from.
Silver Carl.
Oh.
To accept.
Hey, Sober Carl. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Moss? What's up, Jess?
What's up, Carl?
She's done. Hey, how are you guys?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing, buddy?
How's Ellie?
Oh, she's doing wonderful, wonderful as well, Ellie. Right?
Awesome. Is she?
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyways, who was that last caller? Was that Brody? Was that because yeah, talking about NH like that, I'm a tight friend of hers, and I'm also a pro MMA fighter, so you better watch his fucking tongue.
It's Jamal.
Just saying.
You gonna beat up Jamal?
Yeah. Is he just being funny? I don't know.
I don't know. He sounded
I guess I have to talk to Andy.
He sounded like a black guy, and Kevin's not a fan of those guys. So maybe we should send Kevin after him.
Yeah, wasn't? Yeah, right. The KKK Kevin.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
It'd be funny if Jamal calls up and says how he had sex with Kevin from Chicago. I think the bit would have been even funnier. Kind of drop the ball there.
I think he was talking about Kevin, not NH.
Yeah.
He just got the names confused.
Exactly. Yes.
But anyways, what's up, guys?
How you doing? What's going on?
Anyways, not much. I feel so bad for that fighter. What was his name? Don, who died on bare knuckle. Don.
Oh, Thornton, Justin Thornton. Yeah, messed up, right?
Justin Thornton. That's right. Rest in peace. My gosh. I thought the UFC over almost 266 performances that they've got lucky not to have one single death in the cage.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going there to kill each other, and I mean, it can happen. Everyone that steps in there, that's why lose or win. I give everyone credit who steps into the ring. I mean, the cage. You take the walk, you get in there. I mean, it's scary as fuck, and any fighter who says it's not scary, they're just lying. But anyways, I had a similar experience when I turned pro.
Mm-hmm.
I knocked out a kid. I caught him with my shin.
Yes.
With the upper right leg kick towards the jaw and kind of upper his right face. And as he was falling down, I caught him with a right hook on the chin.
Yes.
And luckily, I threw a left hook, and he actually missed that. But he fell down, and the ref's standing there, and he's all crouched in the towards the bottom of the cage, and I'm calling it off like the ref should do. And finally, the ref jumps in, and he's like, "Yeah, it's over." So here I am jumping on the cage, lifting up my hands and all this stuff. Anyways, he doesn't come to. I have the video, and I pause it to 3 minutes and 52 seconds to where he actually comes to the doctors with the lights in his eyes, asking what's his name, where he is, what the date is, and he finally came to. But that was when I got my shirt on, everything, and I wasn't even celebrating. I was concerned about him. I was afraid I killed this kid, and so. It wasn't a good feeling at all. That's why the fighter...
But you did chuckle when you said it wasn't a good feeling before. You kind of, I don't know if that was a nervous, but it sounded like you laughed a little bit there. Were you laughing at the situation?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all right. I know
I was happy I won, knocked him out, but I thought he was going to pop right back up.
Oh, okay.
But it took 5 minutes for the ambulance to get him. He was carried out of the cage by... And you can look it up as it was back in 2009. This is back in the day, 2009. It was a charity fight. I fought for cancer, so all my purse went to cancer. Yeah, which I'm really proud I did now. I didn't know much about cancer now, but it was in Dixie College in Utah, 2009. Carl Grace. His name was Donald Awesome
Cerrone?
Privet. I wish it was Privet or something like that. But anyways, you can look it up and probably
That's cool.
Fighting the knockout. But anyways,
if you do have it,
yeah, it was not. It was not a good feeling. Like I like it. Yeah, like I was afraid. Like I had killed the kid.
Yeah.
Like I really was. It was not a good feeling.
I'm
but
sure
it almost made me stop fighting after that. But after that, they didn't give me no stand-up fighters. It was all college wrestlers, all black belt jiu-jitsu fighters and all that stuff. But I was all game. Like I wanted the best of the best. But yeah, you're right. It's up to the commission to like look at these fighters and look at their records and like what they're like really good at. Like that fight never should have took place.
No.
Like if the commission would have really looked at that fight and how many losses he lost in a row and
it's messed up. Yeah, it's messed up, and we see it more. We see it more than it should happen. We see it happens way too much, and
way too much. And yeah, and the outcome like this is going to come out more and more if they don't change the way they match up fight.
It's funny when you were talking about that story. I was thinking about when Machida knocked out Belfort. One of those highlights just popped up recently. I was watching it, and I was watching Machida as he drills a foot into Belfort's face. Belfort's out cold.
Oh yeah, the Anderson Silver kick. Yeah.
Yeah, and Machida just dropped to his knees, and the respect that he gave to Belfort and wanted to make sure he was okay. It was wild. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah, that is wild. Oh,
hold on, Carl. We got.
I'm old.
Mystic Roots is coming in. Hold on, with a donation. I don't know if you hear it, but whoa! God! Oh my God!
Ellie kicking smash. Yeah. Go, Ellie. Nice.
Whoa, Mystic Roots.
Finish.
Ellie is such a gem. Holland walked into the head but should have lost.
Thank you, Mystic Roots, for the $16 donation. My goodness.
Wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. The best. So, Carl, yeah, I mean, I think we're in agreement of the situation. Thank you, Mystic Roots. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
And then the other thing I wanted to say is, is anyone excited about Gaethje versus Chandler? Like, I'm so excited for that fight.
Hell yeah.
I think it's 266 November or next month on the 6th, September or October, November 6th.
It's UFC 268. Madison Square Garden, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm so pumped up for that fight. Like, I'm really excited. That's what I'm looking forward to, is that fight.
So that's your main event.
Like bonuses. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because both guys push the pace. They both go forward. They march forward. And so they're going to collide into, like, just a firefight.
Yeah.
It's just going to be...
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be who's going to knock out who. And they're both in, like... I mean, the best shape you can possibly get in at 155. And
what's a bummer to me?
We all know.
Is this should be a 5-round fight, like how they always do it with a Diaz brother. Throw 5 rounds. I hope we don't get.
Why not?
Go ahead.
I know. Why not make it 5 rounds?
Yeah, baby, let's go. If you do it for the Diaz brothers, do it for Gaethje versus Chandler. I hope. Listen, I think the first 3 rounds gonna be insane. But what if they nullify each other, right? And you're just hungry for the 4th and 5th round, and we don't get it.
You need 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
They're all bloodied up in the 3rd. They're just all fucking 2 more rounds.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we might be getting robbed.
If you're paying for that pay-per-view, make it 5 rounds.
That's right.
Come
5
on,
rounds.
White.
Let's go. And Strickland versus Rockhold, make that 5 rounds. Make the whole card 5 rounds, Carl.
You're right.
Right? Enough of this pussy 3-round shit. Yes.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. But anyways, I know there's a lot more people want to call in, but those are the 2 things I wanted to talk about. But anyways.
Appreciate it, Carl.
It's nice seeing you, Jess. It's nice seeing you, Ellie. Moss, you're the man.
Thanks, Carl.
I bought a shirt tonight. I know you guys can't sign it or nothing, but
you know what? Like I said,
I'd hang it up. I don't even think I could. I'd wear it on special occasions, but
I mean, we got stickers and cup holders. If you want to send us your address, we can just send you a bunch of stuff that we have laying around. If you want.
All right, sweet.
All right.
I think I did on the comment or
Yeah, send us. Don't send it in the comments or live chat. Send it to the MMA-Holes-info@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
The MMA-Holes-info@gmail.com.
Sweet.
All right.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, Carl.
Will do, brother.
All right. We'll
All
talk to
right,
you
you
later.
guys have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Have a good night, Carl.
Oh, I miss his howl.
You got a howl
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, we have. We used to have shirts in house, but we moved, and we don't have. I would like to do that one day. Right? Get the shirts back over here. We
I
gotta
found
get.
a bunch, but they have an old sponsor on there that.
I mean, yeah. We'll send them that. We could send them one of the old shirts. Whoa! Stop the clock! Stop the clock! The Roots is on fire! With the ants! Oh shit!
Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and groan, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room stoned. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalo.
The Mystic Roots coming in again.
R.I.P. gangsters Anzalone and Thornton.
Yes, rest in peace. When isn't there an Anzalone anniversary coming up?
Yes, there is.
There is an Anzalone anniversary coming up. Yeah, we got to celebrate that. Okay, the Anzalone Mystic Roots CBD.com. Remember, promo code MMA Holes for 20% off. MMA-HOLES. MMA-HOLES for 20% off. Thank you so much, MysticRootsCBD.com. Go check it out. Stuff works. All right, we'll open up the phone lines again at 516-522-0267. A pleasure hanging out with everyone. Love doing the phone call segment.
Call from
Who?
To accept, press 1.
We did not get your name. Welcome to the MMA Holes. What's your name?
What's that Z on the screen? What's all those?
Oops. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hit the volume. I tried to hit the volume. No, Kevin, you had your call. You got to call
so
next
greedy.
Monday. Let the others call in. There's other people trying to get through.
Call from
The freaking.
Bird, female, dog.
That's who it was.
Are you kidding me, Gur? Gur, are you kidding me?
Gur, female dog. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Was that you trying to call in before?
I believe so, but I had my AirPods on, so it wasn't you couldn't really hear me.
Man,
Come on, Gur.
Yeah.
I was over here telling Moss to ignore your calls from this point forward because it was getting so annoying.
See, I stuck with you though.
Thank you, man. Now I'm gonna stick with you. Let me stop. But I'm really excited, for that Wilder fight. I really want Wilder, like to really knock him out. I don't know why. I really do like Wilder. I love his story. I really love his fighting style as well. What do you think about the fight?
I love it. I think the people that wanted Joshua are number one bullshit. I think Wilder versus Fury is there's so much juice to it. I love it. And if Wilder wins this fight and it goes to a fourth, I'll love that as well. I love everything about it. I'm all in.
Yeah. Like I said again, it's a story that that really intrigues, it really brings interest to it, because he it was like his last, it was like boxing was like his last resort in a way, you feel me? Because his daughter has cerebral palsy or something like that, and he give her a good life and stuff like that, and his knockouts are so good, and I don't know why, you feel me? It's I don't like I like Tyson Fury, but his fans are really they're really starting I don't know, they're really starting. It's almost like Khabib now, you feel me? It's really hard, you feel me, to like these type of people when their fans are just so you feel me, they're so distasteful and stuff like that. They're calling, you feel me, Wilder a bad boxer and stuff like that, and it's bro, chill out. All he said that he just made that shitty ass excuse. That's
all right. Let me talk about this with you, okay? I don't think Wilder's a bad person. I've seen him interviewed a gazillion times, and he seems like nothing but a good guy, a family man. Like you said, he's got a great backstory. The guy is not the best boxer in the world, but his power is such a force that it gave him his record that he has. He's such a unique style. at this heavyweight where he's just a specimen of a human being and he's just putting people's lights out left and right. There have been fights where he did not look good at all and then just destroyed his opponent. So it's amazing. In such a family man, nice guy, it is a good story. But the problem with Wilder is the allegations and the excuses and the costume that was like 40 pounds as he was walking in.
That's what it was.
He kind of buried himself there with the fans,
Yeah, it was almost like a Sean O'Malley type of thing. You feel me? Now I still like Sean O'Malley. You feel me? But like that, those excuses, man, they gotta go. You feel me? If you're not Conor McGregor, you feel me? Get out of my face with those excuses.
Yeah, and Conor does the same thing. Like, I'm a huge Conor fan, but he has buried himself with all his excuses. You got to keep winning, right?
Man.
So
you gotta I don't know, man. Like, that's the only thing, you feel me, that I didn't really like from Wilder in a way. But it's just, I like Tyson Fury. You feel me? He's a really good boxer and stuff like that. His story is good too. Wasn't he like on like a 4-year layoff or like a 1-year layoff because of like the depression and stuff like that?
Yeah, he's got a great backstory too. Yeah, depression, the whole deal. Yeah,
came back from that. You feel me? Ran through two boxers. You feel me? For a little tune-up fights, and then you feel me? Had a great fight, dominated the fight, basically dominated the fight, you feel me, with Wilder, but it was a draw and stuff like that. So two good backstories. It's just his fans, that's all, you feel me? Yes. It's almost like Khabib fans, they're so, I don't know, man. I don't know. They're not as bad as Khabib fans, because Khabib fans are you feel me, just, the bad of the bad and stuff like that. But yeah, I almost feel that way with it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I feel you, buddy. I feel you, Gur female dog. Listen, fans can sway you in the other direction so easily. I get it. And I understand how some Conor fans sway people into hating Conor McGregor, because no matter what he does, he's the golden calf. He does everything right? Even when he does wrong, he does right. And people get turned off by that. So I get it. I completely get it. I have no problem with people shitting on Wilder. I have no problem with people supporting Wilder, and vice versa with Fury or with any fighter. That's what makes it fun. That makes you want to root for an athlete even more. So you're going Wilder for the win, or who are you picking in the fight?
I really want Wilder. I want Wilder for a win, and I'm going to pick Wilder for a win. Okay, I'm going to pick Wilder for a win. He has been doing, I think, ever since, you feel me, that loss. I'm pretty sure, you feel me, his training videos, you feel, and I saw some training videos and stuff like that. He's really working on the fundamentals and stuff like that, how to move body shots and stuff like that. You feel me? I don't know too much on the head movement and stuff, but he really is working on the body. You feel me? His combinations. So I'm really confident in what Wilder can do. I mean, he's not going to outbox Fury, of course, but you feel me? It's pressuring him. You feel me? Distance management, because Wilder is great at distance management. You feel me? Pawing that left hand forward. You feel me? Seeing where you hit, about to get and bang that right in, because he's a superstar at that. But you feel me? I think I'm sorry that I keep on saying you feel me.
So what is it? What is the backstory? I know you said it's like a Philly thing or whatever, but could we make this a drinking game? Every time you say you feel me, we start pounding back a shot. We'd be wrecked. Have you done this your whole life?
Yes, I have because I used to stutter a lot. I used to be reading intervention, and so I used to be reading intervention and stuff like that. So I stuttered a lot, and I wasn't really fluent at reading. So I still stutter a little bit, because when I get nervous, before I got nervous, you feel me, whenever I call on the show, you feel me, there's always a nervousness. So you feel me is almost what do you call it?
It's like a safety net. It's like a comfort. Yeah. I kind of get it. A lot of people say over and over and over again. A lot of people, and I'm not the best fucking reader. I stumble across my words constantly, so I get it. I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, anyone bust your chops about that, you slap them across the face. You tell them I'm an MMA-hole. You feel me?
Yes, I feel you.
Do your parents say you feel me too, or do you what happens with that? At home, family life. Do you have any other relatives that do that too?
No, my mom and my dad don't really do that type of stuff. I mean, they have a Philly accent and stuff. But,
Because what do they say?
My mom was born. Yeah. What'd you say?
Do they bring it up if you're saying it to them and stuff like that, or they're happy that you're not stuttering now? So they
just call me a lazy fuck. And slap me.
They call you a lazy fuck. Sounds like how my dad would say it to me. Yeah. I told Jesse all the time when I was a kid. My dad had no problems with throwing me under the bus and just making fun of me. That's it. Well, listen, you're fine, man. You're good with us. I feel you. Okay.
Yeah, and before I leave, Silly Rabbit tricks for kids. And wait, before I leave, did you see like that little promo thing that he did when like Wilder, like it was like a little cinematic thing, was zooming in on. He said, "Fury, you better watch out. I'm going to hit you with the right hand. You're going to go out." And that's when it cut to Fury, and he said, "I'm going to smash your fucking faces." It was hilarious.
Very funny. Yes, I did see it.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
Gur, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye. There he is. Gur, female dog. Everyone calling in tonight. Yeah, I did see that. That was on our Instagram stories as well. We posted that shit. All right. Thank you to the people that hit that like button. The donations. Mystic Roots CBD went crazy tonight with the donos. And Jesse, take it away. We'll see you tomorrow for the Contender Series.
Yes, like Mon said, we'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure you guys are there. Have the notifications on. And thank you so much to our sponsors, MysticRootsCBD.com, Polymarket, ESPN Plus, link in the description. And I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one. I'm sorry if I'm missing one. Head Rush. Jeez Louise. Head Rush. Promo code MMA-Holes for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.